Hell, how it do, how it be, how it is. Everybody, welcome in and welcome back. Ben, you can put your thumb down.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Episode 4, 1 month into Terraform, Season 6, Chapter 5. A lot of different letters and numbers. I'm very excited. Last we left off. Nope, I'm doing it right this time. Announcements. Announcements first and foremost. If you have been enjoying these phenomenal episodes of the 3 weekly streamed campaigns, head over to the YouTube long shot. I'm very excited for everybody who's piling in every week, and it's been so heartening to hear everybody's comments and chats and stuff like that. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the gang here. I'm living the dream. We have a Discord if you would like to join our community. We also have a phenomenal bingo board. So if there's no actual rewards, just the satisfaction of bingo. The fans made it like 2 years ago, and it evolved into this awesome thing.
Satisfaction of bingo.
You get to yell bingo at the top of your lungs. Oh God. Just pulls out like a traffic cone. What else? Heinefall is coming up. If you didn't know, Heinefall is an amazing LARP event. It is 5 days long, November 6th, and it is a really amazing LARP event. I've gone all three. This will be my third year. And it takes place in north of Austin, Texas. Looks at Taylor, I believe it's Austin, Texas.
It's like 40 minutes east of Austin, Texas, in like the McDade Page area.
And
Look up
Taylor
Sherwood Forest
runs
Fair.
it. Taylor does all of these. I mean, you were just telling me before we started about the lore crafting and all these big plans and schemes.
Yeah.
I thought I had a lot to deal with 3 different like campaigns going on, and then I saw Taylor has binders and binders. It is amazing. It's a lot, and it's all for just a phenomenal experience. You should definitely go grab a ticket. It is phenomenal. Taylor, anything you would like to add about Heinefall real quick?
If you're in the Texas area, whether it's like Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, or the Austin area, we are holding a campaign event, like an expedition, in 2 weekends. So not this weekend, but the next weekend, at the Valkyrie Ranch. You can find more information about it on heinefall.com/events. And so that is going to be our next one. It's called Last Light. Expect battles, expect cool quests, and expect a very scary monster in the woods. So it's going to be a blast.
Excellent. And also we have our phenomenal sponsor, Modern Artifice, who has many hats, Giuseppe do, but one of them is artisanal dice. If you are like me and you are itching constantly for new shiny clickety-clack math rocks, Modern Artifice has got your fix. Currently restocking, but there is still some stuff available, as well as in the future we're cooking up some long shot dice specifically. If you go to the website, you can use the code LONGSHOT for 10% off, and a little bit goes into my pocket as well. That will put gas in my tank and food in my belly and help me pay rent. It goes a long way. There's also a Patreon now for you guys to peruse, from me personally, which leads to anywhere from me helping with campaign writing to joining in off-stream one-shots at the long shot table and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's intense, and I am more than willing to peddle my services. But for today's what's the word I'm looking for? Escapism. We have ourselves episode 4 of Long Shot. Let's go to the cast. Shane, tell me all about you, and of course your character.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Whalley. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley. I play Sika, who is the College of the Road Bard. He is having a great time right now. He got to see the people who he's slightly caring for live. Also got to see how they fight, which was very interesting to him. This whole Kraken thing kind of tossed him as like, why am I still on a bridge? I need to get the hell off this thing. And but then like, why is there a Kraken 1,800 feet up in the air? So that's a whole other major question. Why? Also leading off after he has a lot more to think about, but after detecting on the tentacle and the spikes from it to see why they were purposely created. So that's something interesting for him to find out. Other than that, he's excited to get to ponder and get some much needed information. Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. You can find me on the internet. I am playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. I killed a Kraken.
You did that.
It's bittersweet. It's sweet because I was given a mission to kill the Kraken, and then I killed the Kraken. Bitter because I may have overkilled the Kraken a little bit. In front of the public, but yeah.
Probably not the first thing you've done that's been horrific in the public eye as a mage breaker barbarian.
You know, the mission's complete.
I'm on a new page of notes and I've written down the word fatigues.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
At this point, you know, the mission's complete and I just have to get to the City of Pardon, so that's all I have. Who cares that the Kraken had weird magic stones sewn into its body? That is not my problem.
Definitely won't be pertinent later.
Nope, not at all. Taylor.
Hey everyone, Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. Check out the lore Pinafall. We've talked about that enough. I play Robin Ashfall. Robin almost got taken by the Kraken. Saw a kid get yeeted. Sent Darko after said yeeted kid, and Darko came back without said yeeted kid. So a bit of concern there, but she is very excited to head to Pardon. She's very excited that Zito seems to know her brother, or is also looking for her brother, and she's excited to get a step closer to that part of her quest, and is also very excited to learn from her two new companions that she's going to begin traveling with.
Excellent. Yes, the party is on a bridge city, known just as the bridge. It was not intended to be a city. What's up, David Beckett? Welcome in. After the tree incident where the elves kickstarted their invasion, many of the people of various cities were displaced, and a city on the bridge grew naturally. Not naturally, but grew as a byproduct. Lord Braylor resides over the bridge, Lord of the Bridge, and he has been quite thankful as to the help that the party has dealt out to get rid of this Kraken, has indeed said, "How may I thank you?" and kind of left it open-ended. I've given the party a week to chew on this, and we're going to see how that develops. I'm very, very excited. Let's jump in. The party is currently kind of gearing up to leave. They know that they have an expedited journey ahead of them. The people have been working night and day to get this undercart of the bridge working, this rail car thing. Whenever that's ready, you guys will be good to go. But first and foremost, good morning. You've all gotten a long rest, and you're still... there's some infamy, there's some fame growing amongst the three of you. There are people who are constantly like looking at you guys and whispering to each other or waving. There's been a few instances in game of people coming up and thanking individuals profusely for their help. It's definitely the beginnings, the origin story of these heroes could be said to have started here, in the public eye at least. Is there anything you guys want to cover before we go talk to Lord Braylor and move forward?
Robin is highly caffeinated.
Okay. Okay.
From what I remember of her immediately
I think it was
wishing
like
for
4
coffee.
cups of coffee, yeah.
She's ready to go!
Zito will have woken up really early and had a very small breakfast, something like a banana, whatever.
Okay.
Gone to do a workout. Came back and then got refreshed, all dressed up, and all of that in the amount of time that it took probably the regular patron to like wake up for the first time.
Okay. Sika.
Are there showers?
There are baths. There are
Okay.
I wouldn't say showers, not here. The plumbing doesn't, it's not that plumbing doesn't exist, it's that it's really easy to just put a hole in the bridge and shit down it. And of course,
I love that.
pulling up water, boiling it, putting into a bath is much easier than an entire infrastructure, because again, there was no city plans. There was plans for these individual fortifications of there's like 13 keeps, but no, not really any city any infrastructure for plumbing. Shane.
Question.
Yes,
Could
Saka.
this world not work with teleportation magic to work as inter-space plumbing?
Yes, it is possible, but it has not been done because multiple reasons. A, that's kind of a lot of work to give to the people as a whole, to just make pocket dimensions for people to drop a deuce in. And B, teleportation magic is kind of revered, and magical and arcane arts really aren't like whittled down to the common man at this point in time in the timeline. It's very
so
much like,
that's
what
what
the
mage
colleges are for. So yeah, so you might see like a wizard in his wizard tower getting kind of bougie with it, but for the most part, no. I would say that it's a little more low magic for the common folk.
Okay. Nah, never mind.
No, go on.
But no, it's so gross.
I know you have a bag of holding.
Say it.
I'm on it.
No.
Just make sure you get. This is why we have 2 bags of holding. Don't get them mixed up. One's the brown bag.
How to turn a bag of holding into a weapon?
I need a female player on this game ASAP.
Oh no.
But isn't it if you did something where you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, like something happens?
Yes,
So
bad things happen.
So what if the bag was full of poop?
I hate it here.
Then shit would hit the fan.
Yeah, your demise would smell all the worse.
Ew.
Interdimensional fan.
The interdimensional fan.
Thank you for answering my random questions today and this week of
What happened over
Terraform.
there in the astral plane? Oh, that shit stain? That was Sika!
The forever stench.
Annie's in the mod chat saying, "Boys, please!" Sorry,
Look,
Annie. Sorry, Taylor.
Look at look at Annie's face.
Yeah.
Look at. That's the face right now.
Everybody poops. Everybody poops.
Not
Even if you have
2 bags of holding.
If you have a colonoscopy or whatever it is on your bag, technically it's a poop bag.
Now I'm thinking of what the medical world looks like right now in Terraform. You know, it's just. Anyway.
What if they had colonoscopy sacks for people in D&D?
I don't know if they know what a colonoscopy is. They just kind of be like, "God, heal this person," and then they're healed. And it's like, "Thanks, Claire."
You know,
I will
What modern day scientists? Let's get on that. If I could just.
Let's get Fish Finley in here.
Good.
Oh my God! All right. Well,
Tangents.
the one that started with poop jokes. It took 4 episodes, gang.
Hey, I know what Taylor's drawing for this episode.
No!
Yup.
Hate it here.
I don't think you could pay me enough to draw that. Granted, I would love to hear the best offer.
Granted, I'll take your money. All right.
Lock back in.
Morning is crescenting over the waters, and it is beautiful here. Quite windy, so there's usually not much of a smell. But due to the combat and the recent carcass that is having to be dealt with from the Kraken and the people it killed, there is a bit of a stank. A bit of that bile from the breath attacks of the Kraken still getting scrubbed up. And so there's a little bit of an eager to get going.
Bile from the breath attacks, would that be considered goo?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I'd like it to not.
It's like a brine. Yeah.
Can it
Well,
not?
it's mine
Viscous
now.
and snot like.
DM, if I make a really good persuasion check, can you not give her a bottle of brine?
It's mine.
Bottle
Bottle of brine. Bottle of brine. Changing the
Bottle of
name
brine.
from Kraken Goo to Bottle of Brine.
Bottle of brine.
Bottle of Brine.
Juliana says $1 million. Shane's mom. Bye, Shane's mom.
Shane's
You
mom
brought me
is $1
up
million?
already.
What, $1 million? Shane's mom.
So now Robin has an eye and a bottle of brine.
Bottle of brine.
Bottle of
Bottle of
brine.
brine.
Go to look at.
Add.
All right, now y'all do stuff.
So,
Hold on, Robin
Sika,
just had 4 cups of coffee. She gotta go poop real quick.
Oh my god!
I got a bag.
Taylor is officially one of the boys.
I made it, Mom! Shane's mom!
Shane's $1 million mama.
$1 million mama.
I think Zito would sit down and see that and like just lightning quick in his brain. Okay, there's a cup of coffee. Okay, she has to run. Amateur.
The gnome goes, sorry?
Oh, it's nothing. I think she just forgot something in her room.
As you were. You'll be clocking out today, eh?
That is correct. Yes.
Excellent. Make sure I get those keys back.
Here.
In order to
Just
favor this
hand
up.
him mine.
He pockets it. Thank you kindly. Anything for you, Sika? So calls you by name.
Do you have any food or drink that I'll be able to take on the journey with me? I'm not too sure when I'll be able to stop at the next place.
Of course, rations for the heroes, and he puts on a few different rations, a few like cured meats and jerky and the like, with some hard bread, a couple of different things of water. He kind of like looks off to where Taylor went and puts out a thermos of coffee. sorry, where Robin went. And
how much would all of this like cost roughly?
Probably. Well, you're looking at about a week's rations for 3 people. This probably could cost you a gold.
Okay, I'll put a gold down.
Oh, cool.
Oh
'cause I
no,
have nothing
sir!
else.
I couldn't. You've done so much for us.
Robin comes back like right at that moment, and she's like, "Whoa!"
I couldn't leave with all of your stock like this without paying. Listen, if I'm gone, I would be very appreciative of the food for sure, but I would worry constantly about whether or not you have the stocks to then feed all of these other hungry patrons.
Roll persuasion.
Can I like cheer him on and help him?
Sure.
Oh, you got this, buddy. You say things so right. Yeah, he's such a true guy.
God for that advantage. Oh, well, I rolled a 2 twice. So 1.
Listen, man, we're gonna be just fine, genuinely, and I would be insulted if you didn't take it. The lion's share is the lion's share.
I'm the lion.
Thank you.
Sika's gonna also feel the same way that
That's the hair. You right.
Sika's also feeling the same with Zito, and was just looks at me like, "We'll come back sometime and make it up to them."
If
It
you
makes me feel
must,
better.
maybe I'll need the money then. But for now, heroes. He pushes you, and he goes, and just to drive the point home, pulls out a like a stone, almost looks like a shaker, like a mixer shaker, a little stone kind of cup thing with a lid, and says, I want you guys to have this as well. And it's got the lion's share kind of chiseled intricately into it. We have a drinking competition every year, and we weren't able to have it this year, so it's just kind of lying around. But here, take this, and he's gonna hand it to you, and it is a ever-filling jar of mead. stone jar of mead.
Oh.
Seriously, I cannot thank you guys enough.
I'm just gonna grab it. I will be holding on to this one.
The heroes of the bridge.
You know she's underage, right?
He's a tall adult.
I know that you
know.
never answered the questions on what the drinking age is where you're from.
Because they
Zero.
don't
This
matter
sounds
because
like
we
super
aren't
personal,
there.
and I'd rather not get involved.
I don't want to
Anyways,
get involved
it's
either,
too-
my friend.
It's
I
too
just wanted
early
to
for
drink.
alcohol. Anyways.
Too early.
It's
I
the
haven't
morning.
barkeep. I need to prove someone wrong.
Mimosa. Start squeezing some orange juice. All right, you guys have taken your long rest. You have stocked up on your provisions. Kind of gotten your feet under you. How do we want to approach this?
Are we-
I say we just walk away just a bit and then decide, are we just want to go straight to Railer, or do we want to check something out first if anyone's done and done?
Robin definitely in the back of her mind has like her secondary quest if she's interested in trying to find like Locke. So as she's moving along with kind of whatever Sika and Zito wants to do, she's gonna go with the flow with what they want for the morning, but she is looking for the kid to see if she can find him.
Yeah, okay, roll an investigation or a perception. Perception just for snooping around, but investigation
I got
for
a nat
asking
20!
around.
Hey!
Okay. Goodness gracious.
You see a lock 10 miles away.
Yeah. You just catch a bead
He's
on like
peeking
a
around the
far
corner.
off red dot.
That'd be kind of funny to think about. Your roles don't necessarily affect your ability to do things; they just affect the universe's ability to present you with the information.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
Okay, so investigation. Let's call it investigation.
Sure.
About an hour passes asking around, and you find yourself in a very similar 3 rooftop joining that you had back in Cairn. And after asking around a little bit, Locke apparently would sometimes drop in here.
Okay.
And you don't find Locke.
Okay.
What you do find is a bag that has been left behind.
Oh, okay.
Looking
What's in it?
through the bag, it seems like medicine. A lot of it.
A lot of medicine.
Yeah.
Like what kind of medicine? Like medicine for like
Medicine for
headaches,
the
back
shakes.
pain.
For
the shakes?
yeah, like I think it's called palsy.
Oh.
Cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy.
Yeah,
Cerebral
where
palsy?
you've got where you're like you need the special fork to be able to eat and stuff like that. And
Oh,
you've got you've got
Parkinson's.
tremors.
Parkinson's?
Terry, I'm not
Might be
asking you about
Parkinson's.
Halsey. Go away.
My apologies. We're gonna go with Parkinson's. Something similar to Parkinson's.
Similar. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything else like around at all?
You find a small letter for whoever he got this medicine from, and you get a name, as it is instructed to how many times a day you should take the medicine and stuff like
Okay.
that. The name is Mary,
Name is Mary.
and
like
it
the,
mentions that
like,
they are a halfling, and therefore the portions are specific.
Okay, like the medicine is for Mary.
The medicine is for Mary. Yes.
The medicine is for Mary. Okay.
You're realizing this
Oh,
might be
boy.
like at least half a year's worth of medicine for somebody. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the bag. But before I do that, I'm gonna pull out like some of the stuff that I have. I'm gonna pull out like a paper and pen and quill. And I'm going to write a quick note. And I'm gonna say, hey, Locke, this is Robin. We met briefly. And I saw you get thrown by the Kraken, and I don't know if you're alive or dead, but in case you are alive, I want you to know that I've taken Mary's medicine, and I'm gonna try and turn it in to, if you were living here, which it looks like you were living here, I'm gonna turn it in to someone local that probably knows everybody, either the innkeeper or maybe Lord Braylor, I don't know. If I know, I'll maybe put another note here, but I'm gonna find somebody to turn this into to hopefully it gets to Mary, because this seems kind of important. But if you need, you can send a letter to Robin Ashfall, and I will try and help where I can, and I'll try and leave another note before we leave here for where I've left it and who I've left it with. I hope you're okay. It folds it up and doesn't know how to end it. Sticks it in like underneath like a cup that's there and holds it down and realizes maybe that'll blow away and like picks up a rock and puts that in the cup, and then scurries back to meet with Thika and Zito.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think Zito would want to. I'd probably just tell the group like, hey, let's rendezvous here after an hour, and then that's when we'll go.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Sweet.
Talk to Lord Braylor.
good soup.
I would like to find Captain Taylor.
Okay, you find him. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no.
My brain renders fast. You eventually find him in a third-story building, standing in front of a house of some kind, kind of smaller. And he is settling what looks like two roommates arguing fervently about water. Fresh water is kind of important on this bridge city where A, no plumbing, B, everything's salt water. And it looks like it might have come to blows, and he has since put one person on one side of the room, the other person on the other side of the room. Now, I hate to see this, John. You too, Billy. This is unacceptable. There's plenty of water. We can make this happen for everybody. The fact that you would come to blows, hell, it was his turn to, I don't fucking care. This is ridiculous, and you both need to shape up, okay? I don't want to hear about this happening again. And he closes the door and turns around and goes, ah! Soldier?
All right, Captain. I want to stop by. I'm on my way out of the bridge. The day. I've never said a phrase that way. Out of the bridge. Out of town.
Off bridge?
Bridge.
Off bridge?
Off bridge, out of city. Yes, that. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you. It was a pleasure working with you. Also, the kind and lovely people over at the Lion's Share have given me and the two people coming with me quite a bit of provisions. And they wouldn't accept payment for it. And I was just hoping, now hold out a gold. I was hoping that maybe you could find a way to get this to them.
I'll think of something. Takes it. You see, he puts it in a specific slot in his, like, coin purse.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
I'm
Anything
on my way
else
to
you got?
speak to Lord Braylor.
You see his eye twitches a
Not
little.
exactly. Yes. I'm on my way to speak to Lord Braylord this morning, this afternoon. I'll be asking him for a letter of introduction to the City of Pardon.
Wise.
Thank you for that advice.
Of course. Remember, they are corrupt there. And there is a contrast between the prison that is run by the church and the Inquisition and the actual city at its base. It's oil and water. They don't mix with each other. They stay out of each other's way as best as possible. And it's led to corruption reigning in that city.
Yes, this inability to mix is quite a new experience for me. Where I was raised, there wasn't much of separation between any sorts of peoples.
Where was that?
Oh,
because he can't
It's
think
a
of anywhere
small
that that's
town.
not the case.
It's a small town you may have never heard of. It's a place called Arcade.
Can't say I've ever heard
It's
of
a
Arkham.
very small town. Pretty far away.
All right, well, safe travels. Enjoy the culture shock.
Thank you, sir.
He's gonna turn and walk away.
As will I.
Taylor, I almost accidentally stole that fidget spinner, by the way. I found it in my bag as I was leaving.
I've been so mad.
Sika.
Sicko is just enjoying the weather and stuff right now, but he's people watching. So if I can, I'd love to do a roll to see if there's anyone of interest that, you know, maybe on a magical means or possibly a scholar.
Okay, so someone, magical means. You do know that there is a court arcanist, yes. Sorry. And you know that his name is Heathrow. And he can be found inside the keep. If you're looking for someone a little less official, you'll need to make an investigation check.
To my character's current knowledge, do I have an understanding if Heathrow would have information based on the occult or on what forced mutations could be?
Make a history check. As you peruse of what you know of the aristocracy.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, with the people, if they're going to be a court wizard, they have to have moved their way all the way through the ranks of the Arcanum, of the mage colleges. And so Homie is probably vastly learned on a lot of different topics. You don't know what he might have specified in. You've never met the guy. But it's likely he would be able to, if not answer some questions, be able to find some answers and then give you some answers.
Okay. Now, just from my personal memory, did you say that I need to look for the person who's more underhanded?
I didn't know what you were looking for. So if you're okay with being more legit, if you want to do something kind of under the table, then you might want to look around elsewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna go and try and meet Heathrow.
Okay, you step into the keep, and you can see the massive arcane cannons kind of being repositioned after the fight, and people are working on them, as well as people have been importing furniture, and you can see his own artisans like working to make this castle what it was. But you do see a pavilion in one corner where Lord Braylor seems to be having a very, very serious discussion with an older gentleman. And you can see into a doorway that originally you guys went downwards, but you can go upwards. And if you know wizards, likely there's a tower. one of the two towers on the top of the castle is probably where you're trying to get.
All right, I'm gonna take a closer look at the stairs to see if there's anything in a sense of like a "do not go up here" type stuff, so I'm not breaking any rules.
Sure. No, you would have been stopped at the gate.
Okay.
At the entrance but you've kind of earned your run of the place.
So I'm gonna check, just do a quick check to see Braylor and the older gentleman again, paying no attention too much to the older gentleman because I don't know who they are yet, and then I'm just gonna go straight upstairs.
Okay, Braylor, make an insight check, real quick.
What?
Make
Me?
an insight check, real quick. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You
As
said
you
Braylor. I'm like, what?
Sorry. You look at Braylor, and you want to discern information from a distance. That's an insight check.
19.
Homie is a little red in the face, and you can see that he's kind of got his hand wrapped around the hilt of his sword. And an additional thing you didn't notice before, there is a stone shield that seems to be made of like a solid piece of marble, but all of the cracks and intricate beauty marks of the stone are shifting, and it's floating, like orbiting him slightly. You didn't see that before. That's new to you. And the old man who he's talking to looks also very, very upset, and is talking, under his breath, not threateningly, but very serious.
Darn you to heck for making me interested.
Can't hear what you're saying.
Live by
Ben.
the sword.
Oh,
Live by the sword. Risk it. Risk it.
we know what they
Risk it.
say on the second half of that.
Okay.
There's no second half. Live by
I'm
the sword.
going-
Get the biscuit.
I'm going to not take a step directly towards him, obviously, but still continue my path through looking through here, as if I'm still looking for Heathrow.
Sure.
But I will heighten my hearing to try and see if I can pick up on anything.
Crane your ears in that direction. Make a perception check.
$13. Do inspirations carry over from the last episode?
No, unfortunately.
Damn it!
You're incentivized to use them while you got them.
Yeah.
Okay. You catch one sentence in the kind of quiet discussion they're having in this pavilion. And it's Lord Braylor getting a little louder than he probably should be. I don't care what the Inquisition says. And that's it.
Can I do a history check to see if I've remembered anything on my travels about the Inquisition?
Every church has an Inquisition. That's their military force.
Okay, so in this moment of hearing this, Sika is going to start questioning if there is unstable grounds at the moment between the two.
Make a history check.
Okay. $16.
16. Okay. So we're at war, right? The lands of House Thorn, the nobility are very much at war with the elves from the northeast. The churches are also at war. It is an oil and water situation. There is a whole ass other continent-wide war going on that is happening to the south.
Has there been any murmurs of this out there?
Yes, when the various inquisitions went off to war to the south.
So would we know what they're fighting in the south?
Nope. You just know that it's, quote, a holy war.
Holy war. We don't need any more of those.
Yep, you're so right.
I want to know more so bad. And I don't want to talk to Braylor yet because we said we were going to talk to them together as a thing. But
That's
hearing this information, and remembering that there's a chance to ask Braylor if something stirs in Sika's mind to make him think of what he may do, possible changes to he's thinking a lot right now on what he can choose with, but assuming that he can't really hear anymore, he is going to take one quick look around again and then just start heading up the stairs of the tower.
Okay. Let's jump back to Robin real quick. Is there anything you would like to do before in your hour time slot?
I went and found Locke's location and found the medicine and left the note. That's what I did in my hour.
As you're coming down from the building back to the kind of main road, you're not gonna find him.
Sorry?
Look around, and you see a young orc, half orc, who is sitting on a wagon, and looks like they're gearing up to head out. You're looking for the little scrappy dude, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're not gonna find him up there. He's up there sometimes, but usually it's just where he's passing through.
Oh. Passing through, is there other places that he goes?
Yeah, he goes everywhere, from what he tells me at least.
Okay. Do you know a halfling named Mary?
No, sorry.
No, that's okay. I found some stuff for her up there, so I'm trying to find best person to give it to.
Another half orc comes out of the lion's chair and goes, "What'd I tell you about talking to strangers?" She seems nice.
I am nice.
He makes a point of like looking over his wagon to make sure everything's there. Come on, kid.
Hi.
And he takes his wagon, he doesn't have a horse, so he just pulls up the wagon and starts moving around. The kid on the back of the wagon goes,
What's your name?
Trollop.
Trollop. Bye.
What's
Thanks
your
for
name?
telling me. Robin.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Great. I'll wander back into probably the inn. I'm just gonna be like, hey, do you know a Mary that's a halfling?
Can't say that I do.
No. Is there a place on the bridge where I can maybe drop something off that's for, it lost and found? You know, it was lost, I found it. I want to make sure it gets back to its owner.
Well, if it doesn't get scooped up in about a week, we put it to use.
Oh. Well, it's like medicine.
And it would definitely get put to use respectfully.
Well, if it's for someone specific, I would hope that we would at least try to put an effort towards finding the specific person it's for.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
At advantage.
Thank you, because I rolled a 3. Oh, good. 15 plus persuasion. 5. Dirty 20.
All right, who's it for?
For a halfling named Mary. Was known with that Locke kid, the other halfling kind of scrappy kid that jumped around on roofs, maybe.
Sorry,
And
I
Oliver?
don't.
No, that's okay. I want to give it to someone that, knows the right thing to do and will do the right thing with it, right?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I'll use the last on the way to the rendezvous. Left it with the innkeeper. Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
You.
Ben, any things you want to get to before we move forward? Okay. Sika. You climb these stairs. You get to a ornate door. Looks magical in nature. Various runes carved into it. And it's like a deep bluish purple, like a midnight purple blue, if that's possible. Contrasting with the pale white stone around you. You smell chemicals and acids.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Hear something. Shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
I'm so sorry if I startled you. I heard there was a crash. Is everything okay?
I'm jumpy by nature. It's how you live forever, you know.
Keep yourself on your toes, that's for sure.
It's all right. It wasn't anything that would burn through the floor.
Oh, well, I guess that's a bonus for everyone.
Yes, I've already cleaned it up. Come in.
Oh,
please.
amazing.
How may I help you? It is not every day that I get to see a Luminorian. He says the name wrong.
Sika's like, okay, you, if I am correct in this, are you perhaps Heathrow?
Indeed, at your service. I have heard of your actions below. Before I could even get out of my chair and put my teeth in.
But that just means you got to stay more comfortable and nothing to worry about.
I'm never gonna die.
That's why you're on your toes if you're not on your back in a good position.
How can I help you?
I love it. I don't get it.
Went right over my head.
Now you guys are even.
I'm fucking red right now. I just see their faces. Oh, give me a sec. That is so funny. Watching their faces both times, like, what?
Would you care for some tea?
Absolutely. I love something.
Conjures it.
Your spellcraft is actually stunning.
Thank you. I've spent my entire life practicing my craft.
What got you into magic, if you don't mind me asking? Sorry for the small talk. I'm just actually really curious.
I was told to by my father. He was an arcanist before me, and I was more than happy to take up the position.
Oh, so it's something you love.
Yes.
So it's nice when you have your craft with you and a part of you. What type of tea is it, don't mind me asking?
The dungeon master doesn't know tea names, so he's gonna make one.
Ooh, this is like a good oolong. I love it.
He has Lipton.
Red rose.
Let's call it longleaf.
Longleaf? I like it. I'm looking for long grass and pardon, so yeah, it works. So
Brisk, you motherfucker.
Brisk. I'm actually really thankful that you're here. The bridge was something that was incredibly intense and very random, if I may say so. I'm assuming you don't get krakens up here too much.
No, can't say that we do.
During the time I'm talking, I'm also going to be just looking around just to see what I see. Things I'm looking for would be anything written, and then runes, things that may be locked in a sense or more prized, not in a sense of stealing, but just like what his higher powers of things would be.
You can see that not only are multiple of the walls like bookshelves that go maybe 30 feet up and there's a ladder, but actually there wouldn't be a ladder. But you also see that there's two other rooms floating, mashed together in the air. And and you don't know what's up with that. It looks like there's like a couch up there, a couple of books, an upside down table that's just kind of floating there, a quill. It's
Mary Poppins got it.
Kinda.
I love it. Okay. During the time at the Kraken, there was something that I identified, and I can easily say my area in the arcane, regrettably, is nowhere near as splendiferous as yours.
Naturally.
Is there a chance?
Old.
You know a lot, and to be fair, I wish I also knew a lot in the arcane because it's something that's super interesting to me. I travel the road a lot, and I get to talk with such wonderful people and hear certain stories. The ones that they usually keep to themselves because sometimes a stranger ear is the easiest one to talk to, and so I always love hearing what people who specialize in arcane find most interesting. And then he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out one of the stone spikes. Don't know the word. Stone spikes. Yeah,
like the
spikes.
barb, the stone barb.
Yeah, the barb.
From the
Thank
Kraken.
you. The barb.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and be like, and he holds it with both hands towards him, just like, when I was looking into this, something came to me that this was purposely done, and I don't know why, But I wonder if you can help me figure out more about why someone would want to do this, or what the purpose could be, or anything else that you can pick up.
Stand still and stand up. And he's going in the chair you were briefly sitting on. Even the teacup, all of it just moves into the air, and a new room settles down into position. And he goes, put it over here. And he takes this big old magnifying glass on a stand and like puts it down and starts looking at it. He's gonna make an Arcana check at advantage. 14 plus 3 for a 17. He goes, stone. And this was in the Kraken?
It was.
Was
And
it like in his guts? Was it stuck in his teeth?
In his tentacles and in his reach. Whenever people touched it, they became paralyzed. But now there's no magic in it.
Grafting. Grafting is a dangerous magic.
May I ask what grafting is?
Grafting is fleshcraft. It's
So,
low-born magic, if you will. It is base, it is crude and dangerous beyond belief. There are no official classes that you can take for grafting. This is dark work done in dark places. To hear that a Kraken was so affected belies someone has lived long enough to become quite powerful in their work, or has help.
that's how. Now, the tentacles itself, they also were continuously toxic. And it wasn't a way that I could identify, but the people down in the lion's share were going to consume it. Thankfully, I stopped them. Yeah, they did not. Thankfully, they did not. They got rid of everything. I told them to take it to the fortress and have them identify it themselves. So you may come across it soon.
Yes.
But
thank you for bringing me to this. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. And also, what up, everybody? Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're doing good. Elite Encounters, great name.
I'm fascinated, if it's wrong for me to say.
It is. Grafting is akin to hemorrhagy, blood magic. It is the watered down magic of hemorrhagy. It is base and it is dangerous. The reason it's dangerous is oftentimes you will find yourself horribly murdered by whatever it is you think you have control over.
So they're creating life.
They're augmenting life. They're taking life from somewhere else and changing it to more face their whims. It is... No arcanist of the guild, of the mage college, would ever be caught dealing in grafting.
One would hope.
One would hope. We keep strict tabs on our graduates.
If magic exists in creating such unique opportunities, I'm sure there's ways that people can use magic to create barriers that could possibly stop people from identifying what they're doing. What if someone, now maybe this is me just thinking too much when it comes to being knowledge in people's intentions on my journeys. Someone's trying to perfect crafting on a subject before they graft themselves.
Grafting yourself is the peak of hubris.
So
you would not be yourself anymore. You might look like yourself, but you wouldn't be.
Why would someone want to? Is it power? Or would they become something, dare I say, unstoppable?
Unstoppable, no. As we can see from this Kraken. But power, yes. Desperation, maybe. But more so, idiocy. A fool grafts.
So, people are capable of becoming something entirely different than what they're born as, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, to a degree. But
There's
people
some-
would use a sentence like that as a logic for justification. This
Yeah.
is heinous.
Okay. I'm trying to think of perhaps something I may have seen before, or trying to understand in case it appears again in the future. If someone was to come across someone grafting, how would someone protect themselves? Or, if I am a bit blunt in saying it, stop it from existing?
I would not. I would go to the closest authorities and have them send for the mage breakers or the dragons or however they end up dealing with it. They are capable. We are capable individuals, and we very much. I would not recommend you ever personally taking on anyone dealing with grafting.
So you
They
would be able to
already
keep
are
people safe?
desperate. You can keep people safe by keeping yourself safe and ensuring that the people who are powerful and in charge and capable of dealing with something like this are the ones
Okay.
that get the information as soon as possible. Because if you die with the knowledge, the heinous thing continues, doesn't it?
Well, I'm happy I was able to share this to let you know that something is in the process. It's also comforting to hear that you would be able to take care of this, because the way that you were describing it to me almost seems like something was trying to become omnipotent, and that would be a little.
I said nothing of the sort.
I know you said nothing, sorry. I just think a bit differently.
Understood. Trust me. Foolish endeavors, this.
Really, when it comes down to magic, and perhaps you'll agree with me, your imagination is its limits.
No, wrong. There are strict guidelines. Magic works a very specific way, and he gestures to his arcane spellbook that is basically math, science, magic. And he goes, "This is how magic works." You know, and he's got that very his worldview is a bit, because he's an old wizard who's only known wizarding and stuff like that. And so you're getting a very opinionated
Right.
perspective.
I was like, you really do believe in the solidarity and ritualistic creation of magic, to where it's just, this is this, it can only be this way.
I realize that things like sorcerers exist, people who just inhere into their wild magic, or warlocks who sell their souls. Foolish. There is a safe way if you are cunning enough, and that is the way of the wizard.
You specialize something about selling their souls on warlocks. Interesting. When magic, from my experience inside of this, I've always believed, and perhaps your words here have helped me see a different way, but your intent matters. Now, if I may crack a little bit, just a little bit, nothing to snuff on your opinion and what you've done. Someone doing grafting just goes to show you that there's a different way in magic, right?
There are many other things that are magical and arcane out. I mean, look at monks. They activate a strange internal magic to be able, and that comes from them. Magic is magic. But in a world of society where no one shits in the well, as it were, we need people who enforce that no one shits in the well. My point, my boy, is that power should be earned.
I understand what you're saying, and I respect everything that you said.
Good.
It's good to hear that there's someone with your obviously grand capabilities
Ah,
that
well,
such pristine capabilities in this.
it is good that there are people of your generation who are so curious and willing to be molded by the older. By the elder.
Knowledge is the one thing that can get us many places, and I think I've learned a lot through this. And is there something that I can just? It's hard for me to say, but when I had to identify this creature to know what this is, and then you have informed me this grafting. What if I come across someone who I don't know without identifying this? Is there a telltale sign that someone is a part of grafting that I can be aware of?
I wouldn't know. would have guessed maybe you find them in shady places, augmented in some strange way, shape, or form. If they're feral, that would be a good indication. They've lost their mind, testing themselves.
How terrible would it be if someone was doing this and they were not of the more shady area, more of the not trying to speak area?
To think that it would be happening amongst the enlightened society that is the lands of House Thorn is preposterous.
Oh, agreed. But it is, as you said, you're always good on your toes. So this would be a situation I would say, to keep inherent of a possibility to be safe.
The Mage Breakers are growing lax, repurposed to help with the war. We need those Mage Breakers back. We need people keeping an eye on the common folk to ensure their own safety.
And you can assure the safety?
Not me, I'm busy.
Oh, of course. Keep resting all the arcane for you to clearly explore with.
That's why we had the Mage Breakers.
Also, I just realized I have not informed you of my name. I'm so please excuse me for my rudeness. My name is Sika.
Sika.
Yes. But if you also you knew my race, that I have yet to meet someone who can stare directly at me and know what I am.
Of course, you derive from the moon, and originally the people of light, the Freaquins.
Freaquins? Do you
Yes.
have any more information on that?
My boy,
Something
do
I
you not
can-
know about the Freaquins?
I unfortunately have not had much of an experience in my life with my own race.
He's old, so he's gonna be like, can I grab a hold of you and bring you over to a window? Look at the sun. Look at it. Look at it. It's cloudy and rainy. It's like cloudy and rainy, and he goes, shit. And then he flips a few pages through a book. This is the sun. And in this world, the sun has like 3 rings around it, fiery rings. On this sun, there are people with hopes, dreams, thoughts, and a civilization. I don't think they have a well to shit in, but that's okay.
Got it. Sorry.
They are
something in my throat.
beings made of light and require light to exist. They are not able to interact with most things as they are not technically corporeal.
Okay.
Well, a long time ago, the denizens of our moon, the Eldritch, the Primordials, the Jinn, they took the Freaquins willingly and changed them to moon folk. Now they are corporeal, like you. And that is your origin.
I'm created by the will of eldritch beings and jinn.
Yes. It's much better than Dragonborn.
I just nod in silence. This may be a very empty question, or come with an empty answer. Have you seen anyone else like that?
Have I seen any other Liminorians?
He's still by allowing the gentleman to say the name wrong because he doesn't want to disrespect his knowledge.
He definitely read it. Never, you know what I mean? Never heard it, just read it.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have. No, sorry.
Now, I'm assuming being the biggest part of this, how would one try and meet the person who created them?
I don't know.
I see. That's how it's been
Sorry,
for
I
me.
wouldn't know that. I don't know that information. I simply know the histories.
Well, let's just say I'm not surprised in that answer. But
I will do some research for you, though. I can't promise I'll find anything, and I have many other projects to be keeping up with. But next time you pass through, call on me. Maybe I'll have found an answer.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you taking the time with me today to discuss this, and hopefully I'll be able to learn some more in the arcane and my travels and share them with you.
That would be wonderful. And you hear it. And he goes, I must return to my experiments.
Enjoy. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
And he takes the stone back.
Goodbye,
And
Sika.
actually, would you like to keep this one just in case you need it for identification purposes?
Yes, I think I will.
Okay,
He
releases it.
holds out a cloth and takes it and gives it to an unseen servant.
Amazing. And then I make my way out.
Okay. All right.
Lore!
It's important information.
Yep.
I think that's where we're going to grab our first break. We'll be right back, chat. Enjoy this phenomenal promo about Heinefall.
Woo!
Woo! Where's my... There it is. And we're back. Okay, Sika, you return to the meeting point, the hour kind of having passed. The party comes back together in front of the Lion's Share Inn.
How's everything going for you guys so far?
Going okay.
Oh, it's gone well. I only had one thing I wanted to do. Wanted to see Captain Taylor, which I did. He's not a very difficult man to find. Quite often, loud.
Is that a good thing for this person, being loud?
Well, I'm sure if it wasn't, he wouldn't be.
Okay.
Sika's gonna quickly see how many people are in like a earshot of him.
There's 1 or 2 people that might be within earshot. It's a crowded bridge.
Okay.
You can
I'd
declare
like to-
whisper though, and then if I happen to be eavesdropping anywhere, I'll have to make a perception check.
Okay. Can I first see if there's a spot nearby that has less people around?
Yeah, you can bring yourselves to a you can kind of guide the party over to a
Oh, are we stealthing? I'm so good at stealthing.
No, I just there's something I just want to tell you guys that I found out, and considering that we seem to be going the same way and possibly fighting the same things, I thought that it would be good for me just to inform you that that Kraken was something monstrosity-ish. There's these things, a magic out there called grafting. And he says it in very hush to make sure that it was only people that were...
say grafting? I'm kidding.
I did! And then I reiterate most of the stuff that Hawthorne has said about it to them, and what we should do if we encounter it. I've explained that to them now.
I appreciate the concern, but one thing that you seem to have forgotten about this whole situation is that the Kraken is dead now.
Yup. That is very true. I do not think that anyone would disagree with that type of information, but it sounds like the Kraken was created by something which may be even stronger than that, and that should be a worrisome thing.
I'm gonna throw my arm around Sika, like in a friendly way, and pull him and go, "Oh, Sika, I am not dead yet, and until I am, I shall not fear a thing which cannot kill me."
Then I will hold on to that fear and give you the reactions that you need, because fear helps you stay alive.
Good man! And I just slap him on the back.
This is like Jesus muscles. Okay.
My spine was right here for a second there.
But either way, it's just awkward to hear that this bridge so high up, not hear but see and witness a grafted creature attacking these people. So would that not instigate, I don't know, maybe something that you yourself, being in the military type styles you have, and people you may have to inform that someone's trying to harm someone here?
Well, until I've been given reason to believe that perhaps another kraken with weird stone spikes attached to it is absolutely harming these people, and until someone in my chain of command tells me that I then need to find it and kill it, it is not my problem.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
let's just keep it in our heads and try not to be foolish about thinking that we are impervious to death. And so just to be safe, it's just good to be safe. But either way, I think it's good to know this information and that we handle it with care if we cross anything in the future, or the grafter themselves.
I agree with you there. All information is good information. And now that we have information, shall we go see Lord Braylor?
Yes.
Okay. Heading towards the keep. The guards nod you guys in, and two of them fall in behind and escort you to Lord Braylor's pavilion. You are instructed to wait a bit, as you don't see him in the pavilion. And there's kind of a serious air that wasn't here earlier, Sika, when you were in here. And eventually, after a little bit of time, couple of minutes, Lord Braylor returns.
No, wait, I want to magic eyeballs.
Okay.
I want to cast Detect Magic and look around and see if there's anything important or sneaky, or like just also like looking around for little secret things.
There's.
I start. Sorry, sorry. I just start talking without thinking.
You're good. On top of the keep, there is an invisible dragon.
Ooh.
Keeping track of things.
I'm gonna like, while we're waiting, I'm gonna take out like a little bit of the rations, and I'm just gonna kind of like put it down, like by her legs. She's doing the whole like, I'm not looking. If a dragon were to, want a snack. It doesn't matter if it works or not. She's just, that's cool.
There's a little bit of time, and you look down, and Darko is eating it.
Darko, take it! No, that wasn't what it. Okay, fine, you can have it. She puts a hand down on the other side and continues to wait.
Darko goes.
This
No!
this heavy air, is that something that only Sika notices because he was in here earlier, or does it feel like?
I think being militaristic in nature, you can tell when something's going on.
Okay.
The backs are a little straighter. Everyone's not looking at anyone, and the few that are holding their eye contact for a long period of time. You don't feel in danger by any means.
Sure.
You just feel like something's
in. Yeah. In that case, I'm keeping a much closer eye on Robin, and after the first meet, I would then grab her and pull her and be like, I need you to not do that.
I'm feeding the invisible
I do not care.
With the unguarded food out, Darko goes.
God dang it, I'm gonna have to buy more rations at this point.
Nope. We know what we're going to do. We're going to be in here quietly. We're going to stand. We're going to play a game. The game is called The Quiet Game, and it's also a new game called Don't Touch Anything, Don't Look at Anyone.
I don't want to touch it. There's a dragon, and I really want.
Hand over mouth.
Oh my gosh. Zito is eventually gonna get just stabbed in his sleep. He's gonna wake up at the bottom of a river. Anyway, Lord Braylor reappears, and he's wiping with a rag the blood off of his long sword, with a sunken eye, frustrated disposition, and he looks up and goes, thank the gods. And he sheaths his sword. The heroes, please, have you thought upon my offer of aid? What I might reward you all with for your help with killing what has now been named, for some reason, Philip the Kraken.
I can't seem to understand why there would be a need to name a Kraken, especially a dead Kraken, but in regards to your question, sir, yes.
The bards needed it. Exactly, Robin.
For the song.
The bards.
They are quite useful.
Anyway, with regards to your question, sir, I have actually thought about what I would like to ask you. And as you know, we are on our way to the city of Pardon. I was curious if maybe you could write a letter of introduction.
Of course. To my sister, not my sister, gosh, my great aunt, I think it was. Lady Elsro Thorne. She who runs the city of Pardon.
Yes, okay. I was looking to the notes to make sure that was the... yes, sir. Your great
do that.
aunt?
It's a whole thing.
Not me looking through the notes to see if I wrote great aunt anywhere in there.
Aunt, actually. Great aunt.
No, just a large ant.
It's an N keg. It's an ant monster in D&D.
Oh my goodness.
A little of introduction can absolutely be taken care of, and that's one. And he raises an eyebrow at Robin.
So one of the things that I'm really trying to do is reach my brother in the Mage Breakers. But every time I try to talk to anybody of position, I'm always called a kid or pushed aside or all this sort of stuff. Is there a title that I can have that can make me be I'm serious? I don't know. That can make a little bit of respect.
He looks like he's about to say no. Handing out titles is not to be done lightly, but I will allow you to roll a persuasion.
Ooh. Yeah. This is no good. 5 plus...
Bill says a license
5,
of being an
10.
official adult. A 10.
Oh no, a bardic inspiration flew in my hand. Oh my god.
Ah.
Which dice is that? A D8?
Yeah.
Man, that might make it.
12.
I am afraid that I don't have any sway with the Mage Breakers directly. I can give you some official documents to help get you past the front desk, though. I'm afraid I can't give you a title for your quest.
Okay, I'll take whatever you're able to give.
Of course. And that leaves us with the Bard.
To be fair, I'm kind of new to this area, and I'm still trying to learn many things of what's capable and not capable. All I would simply ask, if you're allowing me to, is a possible favor in the future when I need it.
I can do that.
Wonderful.
I reserve the right to keep myself within the laws of the land. Mind you, do not ask of me too much. But you are wise. I am willing to be in your debt, as it were.
The title isn't against the laws of the land.
He didn't have to use the laws of the land. He just ain't giving out titles.
What?
Give Robin a little bit of a bump.
And not to put this into what my request is of you, but how could this wonderful tall adult go in getting a title or something temporary to help them out with their cause for finding their brother?
How might one acquire a title in general?
Just, it seems like there may be something, I don't know, that she needs help with in finding this person and information. Do you have anything that could assist her in this?
Yes, and I will be giving a letter of writ stating that this individual Robin is working on my behalf to find, you said your brother?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm more than willing to help with that. And is not to be impeded. And that might work in some circles. It might not work in others, but I am a lord of House Thorn, and that holds significant weight. He looks to the sword, the blood rag that has been left on the the table, and he kind of shakes it off mentally. Not physically, he doesn't just whip the blood rag around.
Woo! Where, like, what kind of building are we in right now? That
you are in the shell of a keep. There's no roof right now, but you very strong walls. It's the same keep that you've been in from the beginning, that you've stepped into a few times now with the scaffolding. That's why he's got a tent for his private room right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, apparently she had inspiration, by the way.
Hold on a second. Okay, heard.
Yeah.
Ben, finish your thought.
I'm gonna roll to see if I'm gonna ask him about the bloody sword and the rag in this keep, or if I just want to ignore it so I can get my day going.
Something. We are men of action.
Sir,
Told her.
I couldn't help but notice. Is there still trouble in the keep?
Ah.
Or perhaps just an accident?
The only accident was on behalf of the Stormfather's Inquisition and thinking that they could... I wouldn't use the term... They wouldn't use the term blackmail, but try to ensure my aid. I do not answer to the church, and I've had to make my point very clear. It was an execution.
Yeah, yes, sir. I picked up on that at the end. I do not know this Father of Storm, but I hope he receives the message.
Well, he's dead.
Okay. Was that...
We live in interesting times.
And spaces.
Sure.
Anyway, thank you.
Indeed. Letters of writ are drawn up for Zito. Letters of introduction for Robin. Letter of that you are doing something on the behalf of the Lord of the Bridge, and an IOU for Sika.
During the conversation, I'd like to do just a quick perception to see if that older gentleman that Braylor was arguing with is still in the area.
I'm so sorry. What? Say again.
When I was here earlier, there's the guy who was looked like they were arguing with Braylor.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to see if they're still nearby.
Yeah, he's dead. He's been executed.
Oh, he's the one who got killed.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who got executed. Cute. Okay.
Does it disturb you all? Death.
No.
No, not exactly. I've seen plenty of it myself and been on the giving end quite a few times as well.
I mean, obviously, I don't like it, but I'm not necessarily like afraid of it.
Might I ask you all for an additional favor?
I'd like to hear it.
After that question?
Anything, sir.
When you see my great aunt, would you give her this? She will deliver it to the Inquisition. It's a bag. And there might be a head in it.
Oh.
Might is enough. I don't need. It's
Is
a
it
bag
big enough?
and it must be delivered.
Is it big enough I can put it into my bag of holding?
Yeah, you gotta kind of get it in there, but yeah.
Ew.
I told you I'm
Ew.
fine. I told you I'm
Ew.
fine with death. Get in there, I'm gone.
Blah.
Thank you. She, I believe, will be expecting this. She wants nothing to do with the Inquisition. She wants nothing to do with any sort of outward policing influence.
Understandable.
Well, it does seem like she wants exactly one thing to do with the Inquisition.
I hope this will help mend our relationship, mine and hers. If there's nothing else, I believe the rail car is ready.
Why are you guys in a rocky relationship?
That is a personal question.
I'm just curious.
It's a good question. You are stepping into... You should know, Robin. You should know is what you are stepping into. She's dumb old. She's so old and set in her ways and I believe corrupt.
What?
But we don't have any means to prove that. Nor, it seems, does my family seem interested in stirring those waters, which I don't need to tell you implies a lot.
Okay.
He looks troubled, but says, if there is nothing else, I should see you below.
Okay.
Excellent. Come with me. There is a young, maybe early 20s, spry looking young man with what looks like to be a cleric of some kind, but you don't see any church iconography on his person. May I introduce you to Cameron? Cameron goes, hey, how's it going? Cameron, you will be ensuring that these individuals survive your little journey. Of course. I'll make sure everyone is just as they started off, if not better.
Just as I started off is fine.
Cameron, this is Zito, Sika, and Robin.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going? Yeah, let's do this thing. I've been wanting to try this bad boy out since they started working on it. So I'm hyped. You guys, have you ever gone really, really fast? Because we're gonna go really, really fast.
Let's do this. And he just like starts walking towards.
I like it.
Yeah.
And there's a final nod from Lord Braylor to the other two, who is going to then turn and walk away. You can see an engineer on one side slowly moving the gate out of the way as the party prepares to embark on this journey.
How long will the ride take?
I'm thinking probably a couple of hours.
Oh, wonderful. I love
Oh.
short rests. And he leans back into a corner somewhere and just
We'll
starts playing.
see.
Is it? May I ask? So, just as Shane, like, is this going to be as long as a short rest would be?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, you can get a short
am.
rest in an hour.
I know no one needs it, but I'm still going to do Song of Rest during this time. So anyone around who's listening gets music, and they get healed.
Oh,
But
nice.
no one needs to be healed right now, so we're good. And I'm cinematically, I would like to use the wind during our travel with my instruments. Since it
Ooh.
has-
Ooh,
That's a cool
that's
idea.
cool.
Yeah.
I think Zito would probably take out his playing cards and start playing solitaire on the floor.
Okay. So
Robin-
everyone piles into this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Robin would be like right up front and like ready to face whichever direction we're going with like Darko, and she's like kind of ready, like trying to figure out if this thing falls into the water, what she does.
Okay. Excellent. So the car is affixed to the rails, and the engineer goes, "Are you ready?
Aye,
Okay.
All right, good luck."
What?
aye.
Yeah, you guys move a little bit forward. The engineer like gets behind and like pushes, and ooh, you guys start picking up speed fast, and you guys are going very, very fast. At one point, Sika, you open up one of the windows and start using the wind, and Zito's solitaire cards go everywhere.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I have more.
Oh.
He tries to help you like pick them up and just like finds one he could.
I like to imagine Darko is like, as like we're going down, there's like the seagulls of the ocean, and he's like, ah.
He goes to like fly out, and it's going too fast, so he has to teleport back in.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, everyone gets a short rest. Zito just won in solitaire. And
I'll get my game.
in that time, Cameron kind of initially is very excited and then grows a little bored. As you guys are going lightning fast, you can see the various pillars with the keeps on top of the bridge. And you can see various engineers in each keep like watching you guys go past with their clipboards, taking notes and stuff like that. Yeah, a couple of hours go by. Everyone roll a D100 for me.
Oh yes, I just have to. Do. 3.
Okay.
66.
Oh,
66 plus 3.
nice.
Nice.
31.
31. Jackie, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in.
Jackie.
We are on a bridge city on a rail car under the bridge, leaving the city, heading towards the island city of Pardon. It is known for being corrupt and a volcano prison run by one of the churches that is not corrupt, and it is oil and water. The island also is known for its draconic, not burial ground, but where the dragons got their asses beat by the nobility. Indeed. one of the first things you notice about the island city of Pardon as you are getting closer is that instead of a wall surrounding the city from the coast, there is a massive bottom half of a jaw, a massive dragon jaw that is big enough to be the walls of this city as it slopes up the side of this volcano. The city itself, much like I believe that one city in Brazil that is just rolling hill where all of the buildings are just going up and along the curve of the mountain. That's what you see here. Maybe half the city is by the port coast, and the rest is sprawling upwards, and you can see various towers and other buildings and a lot of tents on top of a lot of buildings as well. Various smokestacks and strange spices you've never smelled before on the wind. And as the cart that you're in careens downwards towards the city, Cameron goes, all right, and he goes over to the big lever of the brake, and he big man, help me out. Big man.
I've got it.
Everyone make a contested strength check. Not contested, sorry. Everyone make a group strength check.
Not
Thank you,
20
athletics.
on the same dice.
Oh my god, Robin.
Well, I guess you
prepared.
don't need me. I only have 7.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
16.
16. Okay, between the party as a whole. Oh, beep. And sparks flying out behind you. Darko, the hellhound pupper, is like, and like sticks his face in the sparks. And
That's so cute.
slowly you find yourselves at a jarring stop. And what's everyone's passive perception? Let me take a gander real quick.
I've got 15.
15, 13, 16. Okay. Zito and Sika. Sorry, listen. The two of you notice that in this kerfuffle that has transpired, the pack that Cameron had has kind of fallen over and kind of spilled out. And it's not what you see that has spilled out is kind of what draws your attention. What draws your attention is that Cameron very obviously like scrambles and guiltily tries to like pack it up real fast and like hide it and then act like nothing happened.
Did the time when we see anything come through bring suspicion?
Not anything that you saw of what spilled out. It looks like just wrapped packages.
Are you all right, Cameron?
Yeah, I just it was real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll
Did you-
deception versus your insight. 18.
Okay, it passes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he just seems a little startled.
Okay, and I can't fight on that because he rolled our insight, right?
Yeah, he managed to deceive you.
Okay. Well, as long as you're okay.
Everyone else can also make an insight check. I realize now that I've said it out loud.
I am.
Oh, everyone take a stretch.
Thank
you, chat.
I don't know if if I quite have a reason to suspect anything.
Okay, then you don't have to make the insight check. Robin, with a 21 on your insight check, Cameron might be smuggling.
Oh, nice. Okay. She's like, that's right up my alley.
And with a bit of a shake, the doors slide open to the cart, and you guys have to kind of climb down this rope ladder because everything's still very much under construction. But you find yourself in the open courtyard, a massive cobbled opening with a beautiful fountain that ends on one side with a very official looking keep that is fortified, and on the other side the slow ramping of the bridge opening up with various ships all around in this port, and just a beautiful, well, it's not even a beautiful city, it's a little cramped, and again surrounded by the jawbone, the underjaw of a massive dragon for walls, the various white teeth cropping up, and it looks like they've been chiseled into, you can see arrow slots in the individual teeth for towers and the like, and you can even see a few buildings built up to lean against the dragon bone. And welcome to the city of Pardon.
City built in. Is the whole city built inside of the dragon skull? Or is it
just the perimeter, just the walls?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Like a massive underbite.
That is cool.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay, listen up. Anything important you carry in your pockets, carry them in your front pockets. If you have a bag, you are going to hold it on your chest. Eyes front, ears out.
How
Stick
ears
close.
out?
Cameron's already
It is
gone, by the
a
way.
figure of speech.
Can we see where he went?
Yes, you see that he has, as Zito is instructing, you pan your eyes around and see Cameron dipping into one of the buildings. Looks like it might be a tavern of some kind, or something else. Actually, now that you're looking at it, you realize it might be like a barber shop.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Robin shared that she knew he was smuggling, so I'll not play into that right now.
I think I would follow him
Into the barber shop?
after I saw him. Yeah.
We're supposed to be following him or something, right?
No, he was just there to make sure that
Yeah.
you all survived.
Oh.
He was the
oh,
healer.
okay.
He was the on-bridge healer.
Cool.
Oh.
I would like to tip him for getting us here safely.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
He turns around and goes, "Sorry, I had much to do. I didn't really have time to stand on formalities. Was there something else you needed?"
Oh, no, not at all. I just wanted to, are you allowed to accept tips? Is that a thing?
Oh.
Oh,
You can see the other individuals in this barber shop that all kind of turned, relax a bit, and go back to what they were doing.
oh yeah, I am in my dress uniform. I'll take a silver out and hand him one silver and go, "Thank you for getting us here safely."
Of course. Thank you kindly.
By the way, we are due to meet what was her name? Lady Elsra.
Lady
you-
Elsro.
Yes, could you perhaps point us in the direction?
Yeah, of course. He kind of steps back outside and points at the heavily fortified building that's at the centerpiece of the courtyard. And you can see that many more buildings are kind of built in the back and on top of it, scaling up the hill.
It's always the heavily fortified one. Well, thank you so much for all of your work, Cameron. And I'm gonna lean in. I've heard a couple of bad things about this town, so stay safe out there. I'm gonna
Okay.
clap him on the back.
Got it, buddy. And he's gonna pat your arm reassuringly. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Go back inside.
I gotta have a second, just like I am up and down, and then just like walk out. Like a noticeable eye up and down.
Okay. He kind of sees if you're gonna make anything of it, and then he's gonna go and leave.
Did Robin share that he's? Oh, damn it!
No, Robin smuggles stuff all the time. She's like,
Robin
yeah,
doesn't spill beans. What are you talking about?
She's not a snitch.
Yeah, no snitches here.
She's a druid of the streets. She's cool.
Okay.
And that's where she belongs.
I legit was just gonna be like somebody to walk up like, boy, I love money, and it's just like, for no fucking reason.
That's called meta.
I know. I said that would have
Yeah.
if she did.
Yeah, what happened? Nope. No, she's just like.
Okay. Well, moving into the this cobblestone courtyard. I shouldn't call it a courtyard. It's kind of just like the city center, where you can see a lot of carts and some tents and kind of a makeshift market kind of popping up now that we're kind of getting into the mid morning. And quickly this place begins filling up with people, whereas initially it was kind of open. It starts getting a little more packed, and so you start having to move your way through this now forming crowd. To get to your destination. With a 3 on the D100, that was Ben's roll, correct?
It was.
Okay. With a 3, you're walking through and your eye catches the same colors of the mage breakers, and you turn and there is someone who is selling clothes. And you see the Magebreaker uniform for sale, amongst other various other sets of clothes that aren't based in the military or anything like that. You can see this kind of clever-eyed Kenku crow person. He kind of as you move into the area and you note the dress area, he kind of looks at you and notes your uniform and goes 50% off.
Above the table. In the real world,
Right.
military surplus stores exist. Like, it's not weird to see fatigues being sold and stuff like that. Is that right? Like, is that normal here?
Military
or is this for
surplus
sure...
definitely exists, but this is not that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up to this Kenku. Did you serve?
Serve? 50% off for you.
How about 100% off?
No.
I care not what other garments you sell.
Sell. Important. 50% off.
Important indeed.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Singular
stolen
bead of
valor
sweat.
that you are selling
Stolen,
on the street.
he says very loudly, and you can and maybe not Yuzito, but Sika and Robin would see other peddlers like look up at the term stolen and start watching quietly, whilst also continuing on. But now you've got eyes on you.
Robin's not getting in the middle of Zito and that. Nope.
I do not want to cause a scene.
Scene.
I offer you this. You give me the uniform that you are attempting to sell right now, and I will not report this stolen valor to anyone.
Report. 60% off.
This isn't a laughing matter. I kind of want to. I'm going to take a step toward him in an attempt to intimidate the.
All right, roll intimidation. As you step up and your shadow is cast over this Kenku who just kind of goes.
14.
14. For reasons that you do not know, he does not seem very intimidated by you. I can 60% off. 30 silver.
Is that a normal price?
Yeah, it's high, but this is not just anyone's clothes.
Fine. 30 silver. Give me the uniform.
He takes the 30 silver and folds it for you and puts it in a little baggie and hands you the baggie. Have a nice day. And welcome to Pardon.
Have the day you deserve, bird.
Nice.
Imagine, I can just imagine that like Robin and Sick are just like in the back watching this catastrophe happen.
100%.
You turn.
Absolutely.
You turn.
Rob just
Zito.
has like a drink from a small corner, like a little fruit juice, something. Like she's just
So,
wandering
has
around.
it peeled
Ooh, a
beans?
fruit juice. Ooh, a local pastry. Oh, what is he doing? And then just
Zito, you pull the you take a look at the dress uniform of the Mage Breakers, and clearly it has been stitched up from the back, and a massive tear that has been cleaned is not very well put back together. But yeah, whoever wore this likely was pilfered as a corpse.
Do not let your guard down while we are here.
Yes. On that note, how's it feel being scanned?
If you want to have a deeper discussion about the military-industrial complex later, then we can.
A conversation with you later? Oh, exciting.
As if you tried these pastries, they're so good here.
Yeah, there's whole sorts of foods and fruits and drinks that are completely new to you.
Yeah.
As the island has its own natural topography, I think is the term. And the fauna is drastically different. To put it in different terms, Robin, you're sipping on pear juice, and that's new.
Yep.
That sounds
She's
so good.
It does.
just in a new place, trying the local cuisine as soon as she gets there.
Let's
How you know the
get
most
our
about
mission.
towns.
The less I know about this town, the better I will feel. Let's get our mission over with so we can leave.
Before we go, can I see you holding onto the garments and the rip inside of it?
Yeah.
Sick is just gonna straight up mend it. He's still trying to make sure glue sticks in this part. So
Nice.
he.
You have a now mended dress uniform. It's a little tight on you, but Zito, in a pinch, you could use it as a second uniform and a small thread that used to be the stitching.
Thank you, Seka, but honestly, maybe you should not flaunt your magical abilities out in public around here. I am not sure what
I
kind
think
of...
me walking with glowing hair is good enough at this point, my friend.
You're talking to you're asking a bard not to flaunt is like asking a tomato not to be red.
Right. And look,
I don't
if they
know.
wanted
I
me
just
to
bought a
mend,
uniform from a crow. I'm not sure that you having glowing hair is truly the magical part about this.
if they really want me to mend their stitching, they can ask. I'll happily take coin for doing so. Lord knows I
Hey,
need
there
it.
you go.
Fair enough. Let us just attempt to keep our heads down and our spirits high.
Okay.
Morale in place, the party moves forward.
As we say in the military, a little bit of FM goes a long way. FM being false motivation.
That's terrifying, actually.
If you can pretend, you can succeed. Let's go, baby.
What? They have oil. Anyway.
I would like to just go straight for
Yeah.
Lady Elstra's building.
Are we good to continue, or would we like to take our break now?
I'm good for whatever.
Break. I'd like to take a break.
All right, let's take
Quick one.
our second break
Yeah.
here. We'll be right back, chat. Yeah, and enjoy our second promo for High to Fall.
Go get your parents.
And we're back. So, you find yourselves at the base of the opulent steps. You can hear the water fountain behind you, and the bazaar kind of taking place past that. Many guards are posted up in ornate plate mail, and various statues that look like they have arcane properties also can be seen throughout the railings and such. The building itself is a big it's made of what's the black rock that you find near volcanoes? Obsidian. This is known as the Obsidian Keep. This is the place of government in the city of Pardon. Writing it down because I'm a good DM. And as you guys start kind of moving up the steps, the guards don't stop you. But as you get to the top of the steps with the big double doors that looks like a dragon could walk through, you see a calm gentleman who goes, "Good evening. How are you this fine day?"
Quite fantastic. How are you?
I am excellent, thank you. And is there a reason for your guesting the Obsidian Keep this day?
I looked to Zito.
Is this the guy that I would give the letter of introduction to?
This is the guy that if you didn't have the letter of introduction, his job is probably to turn you away and be as immovable as possible.
Got it. Okay, I'll take the letter out. We have
That's good catch.
I have a letter of introduction from Lord Braylor with Lady Elstra.
Oh, might I see it?
Of course.
Does some arcane stuff. Looks legitimate. Here you go. Couple of things you should know about the Obsidian Keep. Do not upset the guards. They take their jobs very seriously. Now that's about it. Watch your step.
Seems like
as he pulls open one of the massive double doors.
that seems like good advice everywhere, but okay.
You'd be
Thank you
shocked
for
at
your-
how many people really should keep it in mind.
Fair enough.
It's a long way down the stairs when you're thrown. Sometimes we cast bets.
Trying not to be interested.
You step into this shiny stone room. Beautiful crystalline chandelier overhead. This place is opulent as hell. Obsidian walls polished to a shine, obsidian floors that click under your heels. You can see a vague reflection in it. A couple of stuffed animals, kind of here and there. You can see long archways into other standing rooms. Looks like a hookah lounge in one side, and you can see into another room. Looks like a small, like a home theater kind of a thing. And you can see all sorts of courtesans. That's the wrong word to use. Nobility, lesser nobility, kind of moving about the space and talking to each other, and you can see various servants quickly moving about, and it seems like there's always kind of a hubbub going on in this first area. You can see a long hallway with some more stairs going up on the other end. A lot of guards, more guards than Lord Braylor would probably have on him personally. This place is fortified. You can see one skeleton of a dragon also hanging in between the chandeliers, and as you're moving, it kind of shifts a little in place to get more comfortable. Which I'm going to tell you all is kind of a slap in the face to the church. Long ago, the church denied that the undead even existed until they were forced to admit that the undead existed. And to have a skeleton dragon hanging from the ceiling makes a point of where Lady Elstro Thorn stands on the church. A stark reminder of their past sins. Word seems to get around, and eventually a well-tailored butler of a kind steps up and goes, "Hello, good morning to the lot of you. Might I have your names, and I'll put you into the queue to speak with Lady Thorn."
My name is Zito Barbera.
I'm Robin Ashfa.
I'm Sika.
Surname?
Sika.
You.
Sika, or just Sika? My apologies.
Just Sika. I apologized.
Of course, sir. And if you could all sign here.
Say anything weird?
Certain assurances would be made.
I'm military. I don't read contracts. I just sign them.
And that's why you're in this place.
Absolutely, it is. Learn a single thing.
An eyebrow, kind of overgrown eyebrow, kind of is raised to Robin and Sika.
Robin's just skimming it for anything that might quickly.
It's not a
stand out as
contract, but make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Since I'm curious about it as well, can I join her or support
You
her?
may
somehow?
also make an Arcana check as you kind of look over. You can see other names in the ledger.
6.
6?
I
Paper.
can't read the dice.
No,
No.
not a clue.
Nope.
This is, I don't know, gentry shit.
Okie dokie. Woo!
12.
12. There might be some arcane mechanic here that is not being explained to you at all.
Mm.
But you're not sure what it would be.
Sika's just going to take a second and just be like, ensure if I clearly this
Beautiful paper is more than what it may seem to be. Can you tell me what assurances it is that it's coming here? And I would also like to know more about this.
He looks you up and down. Roll persuasion.
something I hope to be good at.
Let's go, Bard. Come on, Bard.
$16.
Well, apologies. Others might have known what was going on, and I should not have made such assumptions. And he did kind of up down you in kind of a derisive, you're clearly not of the nobility kind of a headspace. I am Waslow, and he takes a little bow. I am the court calligraphist. If you break any of our fine rules, I am around to ensure that you stop.
Oh, it's to protect him with property.
Of course.
And the rules are all listed here.
Not at all.
So how will I know if I'm breaking a rule?
You'll know.
I would love to avoid that. Is there a way you can give me something to make sure that I avoid all rule breaking?
There's nothing too strange or unusual going on. It's simply a bit of security on our part, in case we suddenly need you to leave the building, or perhaps be held in place so that you might stop doing whatever it is that you are using to hurt people around you.
Okay, so as long as we're coming in, we're not doing anything to incentivize violence or breaking property or any of that sort, we should be okay.
Yes.
And how long until my signature will be removed from this glorified paper?
Once you leave.
Once I leave, okay.
The magic simply won't have any hold on you once you leave.
And then if I come back?
You would have to sign again.
Thank you. And so he's going to take it and he's going to sign it.
Thank you. The lady will see you once she can. He turns and leaves. And kind of goes back into the crowd, talking to more people, getting more names. You find yourselves, maybe not in the upper crust of the nobility, but maybe in the lower crust of the gentry, of the nobility. And you can see a lot of hangers-ons, as it were, a lot of people surrounded by their own personal yes men, as it were. And there's drink, there is tiny little sandwiches being brought around, a lot of olives, which likely aren't grown around here. This is a jungle biome here. Olives do not require jungles, and so these are imported from the mainland, and everyone thinks they're so fancy for eating olives when it's really common back on the mainland of Whistling. But it's an interesting dichotomy where the nobility have access to all these strange and beautiful new flavors and the like of this island, but they export it all and import normalcy. And there's something just fundamentally backwards about it. It's one of those things that strikes you as, yep, they're noble. The noble get weirder the more money they have, especially in times of peace. But these are not times of peace. And you can see a lot of discussion about the various wars and how the elves clearly don't know what they're up against and the like. Let's get a perception check as you look over these areas. In the kind of small in-house theater, there is a play going on as well.
20.
19, nat 20. Let's go.
On the same dice.
Okay. Jeez.
14.
Yeah.
It's very pretty dice.
Right.
It hates
You
me.
can have some ones coming up soon.
Yeah,
What'd you get,
I
Sika?
do. It's
14.
not gonna be good.
14. Okay. Notably members of House Thorn that you would expect to see here, but the ones of House Thorn in this crowd of the lesser circles of the nobility look young, and they look like they probably don't have any actual status, just a name. But there are other houses here, notably some who, instead of adorning themselves in opulence, adorn themselves in cultic garb. You can see bits of dragon bone hanging off of them and old swoops to various bits of their accoutrement, if you will. Just very... They're not wearing armor. They're not wearing anything practical. They're not wearing anything opulent. They're wearing like strange leathers and animal hides and the like. But under it is well-made armor. So you're getting kind of an interesting balance. And those ones, these individuals, they do not look super comfy. They don't look like they particularly want to be here. And everyone else is very sycophant, very like, yes, you know, very, very into their own assholes, but very much into their own self-serving opulence. The theater is a play that none of you would recognize, but it shows of a shipwreck, people trying not to drown, and someone who was shipwrecked, who was killed during this shipwreck, being offered patronage from some powerful entity that he might not die, but only at the behest of dealing this patron's will. And you watch as he accepts, and then he is painfully tattooed on his arm.
I feel like all of them should have just learned how to swim if they were going to be in a boat.
I would think that would make
I
the
suppose.
most sense.
I suppose that would not make a very good play. Not that I've ever seen one, so actually I have no idea what happens in these.
You've never seen a play?
No, I'd prefer to be the one that plays are written about.
Well, that's a good line.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I just came up with it myself.
They would probably use that in a play.
Do you think they would?
I think they would. I think that would be like a really good part of the play. I'll write it down. I'll write it down for you. And Robin takes it out and writes down the line.
Give me just
I feel-
a second.
I feel very out of place.
Why?
I'm not a fan of crowds of people, especially crowds of people who are happy to be dressed up.
Well, you're always kind of dressed up.
I am almost never dressed up. You have seen me on two very specific and special days.
Ah,
So you wearing these fancy clothes right now is you not being dressed up?
Oh no, this is very dressed up. It is just simply
Yeah.
not.
Are you happy in
What
your dressed up outfit?
I am proud of this outfit.
So you're not happy?
Am I comfortable in it? No. It
Oh, I
is
didn't ask
tight in places
comfortable.
it should not be tight.
happy. Are you happy to be wearing this, showing the world what you have accomplished to be able to wear?
That is a philosophical question.
Well, if you're content and enjoying life in your outfit, and they're content and enjoying their outfit, I see no differences.
There's a moment that like Zito's about to say something, and then just you can see like so many thoughts go through. Like an entire full like deep conversation is happen all in his head, all in just a brief moment. He goes, "Yeah, maybe."
I'm getting through to him.
Let's go. Character development.
nice.
Hold on. Make an insight check real quick.
Oh,
Ooh.
Me?
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Robin,
Robin's gonna start to kind of like see what a bit of like the underbelly is and see if she can peg some semblance of what she knows about living in a big town. she's gonna be like, I'm just gonna go take a stroll around the block real quick, get a little lay of lands, and she's gonna kind of roguishly, she's gonna cast Pass Without Trace first, and then she's gonna.
You cast Pass Without a Trace, and the skeletal dragon doesn't do anything about it, just turns to watch you. Two pale green eyes appearing in the skull sockets.
Okay.
But let's get a stealth check as you head back out into the city.
Is this something that I would notice?
Probably not. And above the table, Taylor's feeling a little under the weather, feeling a little sick, so she's asking to step away from the table. So we're being productive about it, and she's gonna go off into the city and snoop around a little bit off screen. Everyone say bye to Taylor and wish her to feel better soon. Thank you, Taylor.
It's a 25 for the stealth.
I got it marked down. Love you. Be
Better
safe.
soon.
Get good rest.
Bye.
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 I'm kind of proud of myself because shit, I almost worked perfectly. I almost had it down pat. Where I quickly drummed up the template for Three Faces.
I'm right here. I raised my head for you.
What do you get in your insight, Shane?
17.
Okay, I rolled a 15 on my deception. So, it's not so much that you're getting through to me. There's a very clear misunderstanding between what you think I mean when I say I'm proud of my uniform, but not necessarily happy of it, and what you think wearing clothes means. But instead of trying to actually like explain all of that, I'd rather just be like, yeah.
Okay, so there's like a whole bunch of hidden context.
There's a lot of hidden context, yeah.
And from my brain understanding, he likes wearing clothes.
It's not that he doesn't like wearing clothes. It's just that the uniform that he's wearing right now is something that he's proud of. He earned everything that he is wearing, but like as a person, he'd much rather be wearing something much more casual. And the uniform, what it represents to him, is also very different than what it represents to everyone who sees the uniform.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of dynamic to that. But instead of right here, right now, trying to explain that to somebody he knows, he barely knows, he would rather just be like, "Yep, you're right."
Okay. So, on being able to see through your deception, but Sick is just going to take it as it is and probably deal with it later, because it's just like, if he doesn't want to talk about it here, it's probably totally fine.
Okay.
So, but it gives him a sense to be like, try and match your thought processes. He's trying to figure you out.
This barbarian's brain is not as smooth as it may appear.
Now we're fighting the stereotypes. Let's go. Excellent. Still watch. Oh, excellent. Hell yeah. Okay. A guard approaches. Zito. Sika. I believe there was a Robin.
They just have to step out.
Zito, you're like, Robin's gone. Yeah, Sika, you're already on top of it. You're like, they had to step out.
There was.
Is there something wrong?
Oh no!
No,
They were very interested in things they saw when they ventured in, and I'm sure they just wanted to go make sure that they were taking part in the joys of the city here for the first time.
Understood. Follow me. He turns and tromps back and up the stairs. The skeletal dragon head kind of dipping under to watch you guys upside down as you guys pass.
It's cool.
The room you step into has many mirrors, and they're strategically in place and look like they're set to be able to spin slowly by mechanics as you step into what you would call a throne room. After, moving throughout the building a bit more, you step into this throne room, and all of the obsidian on the walls, because of the mirrors, is all lit up beautifully, and it's all chiseled. Various beautiful images have covered both sides of this wall, both walls leading to the throne. The throne is backlit by a massive bay window and a balcony. There's a second floor where 2 inward-facing balconies can look down into the throne room. You see that the window panes of this bay window are all like centered into frame perfectly this obelisk of a throne, this black, unadorned, very serious looking throne, contrasted by the opulence. A very old woman looks even smaller in this high-backed throne as she is sitting there. She has these 2 marbles in her hand, and kind of playing with them in her hands, kind of like a fidget toy almost, as you are led into the room. Announcing... Ben, what was Zito's last name?
Barbera.
Thank you. Announcing Sika and Zito Barbera.
Sika, just Sika.
Sika and Zito Barbera. And he turns. You may approach the throne.
I do so.
Yeah, it takes you guys a little while to get across this room, and the whole time this old lady is just watching you.
Where's Taylor's magic eyes?
Is the hall that we're walking down, is there like art or artifacts or is it just an empty?
No, the walls are chiseled with beautiful imagery of wizards killing dragons.
You literally just described the whole mirrors in the bay window.
It's okay. I do that kind of thing all the time. The issue is I do it in combat.
I didn't want to, take it. I was just curious, maybe, is this room pretty or is it just kind of like an empty thing that she sits in? But
it's
obviously
very empty, but it is still very ornate. You don't see any guards in here, aside from the one by the door.
Okay. Mental note, either she is too proud or too powerful.
Or the room itself is a weapon.
I continue my walk up.
Yo, same.
You guys eventually get within 30 feet. And you feel a change. You step over that threshold. And Zito maybe wouldn't notice as easily, but Sika, you feel the loss of your magical prowess as you step over that 30-foot threshold. Your hair a little less glowy, still glowy, but like diminished a little bit. Your necklace, your arcane necklace, dims as well.
All right, Sika straightens himself up and just is now like, I tempted him.
The 2 marbles in her hand do faintly glow. So, a Goliath and a drow come to me. What brings you to my hall of obsidian?
You know?
I'm in the city of pardon because I must meet with what was his name? It was something Ashfall.
Soren.
So, meet with a Soren Ashfall of the Mage Breakers. I have a.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. I heard a weird noise.
Oh, my lips just clicked, but this is also
okay.
Six's first time hearing the name.
I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Okay. Go on. A mage breaker.
Yes, lady. I am here to meet with Soren Ashfall of the Mage Breakers. I have a very peculiar situation that involves contract and interplanar travel and war. And there's a whole mess of things going on, and I need to speak with Soren Ashfall about the particulars of my contract. Also, I turn to Sika. The back.
Right. Right. And he reaches his pocket and pulls out the bag of holding and just like...
You go to reach into your bag of holding, and you are met with an empty bag. A mundane bag. No magic.
What's going on?
My lady, can I take a few back, just to try to solve a hunch?
Yes, you may.
So he does, to where things just...
You step outside the anti-magic field.
Yeah.
And the bag of holding works as a bag of holding once again.
Like an overly sense of relief does appear as he pulls out the bag for other reasons, and he pulls out the sack with the head in it. We have a gift for you.
We do not. We are simply messengers from of Lord Braylor of the Bridge gave us this bag, the contents of which we do not know, nor do we want to know. I feel like the less we know about this bag,
thinks he can send me gifts in a long, wrinkly hand is extended.
I'm pretty sure, Barbara, we know what's inside this bag.
We do not.
He touches it. I know what's in the bag.
Goodness, you are a charismatic one, aren't you?
I try my best, my lady.
He can bribe me with gifts. Oh!
I can handle that for you if you like. I don't mind.
Please. You think I didn't get to where I am without getting my hands dirty? No, I can handle myself. Thank you. Step away now.
I go back. I said the no.
You have my thanks. It seems I do, in fact, have some measure of my nephew's support. How good to know. I'm told you had a letter for me, Mage Breaker.
Yes, lady. I pull out the letter of introduction.
Okay, interesting. Why should I help you? This seems more of a philosophical test. Wants to get to know you a little bit, understand what you would say, learn about you as to why she should help you. Because it seems clear that she intends to be of some help, but now there is the question of who is this person? What would they say? What would they do? What can I learn about these two?
Well, lady, I have spent the past 3 years of my life serving the Mage Breakers in the war, um, completing many missions and often going above and beyond my capabilities, as you can tell by the many ribbons I wear on my chest right now. The only thing that I have been curious of my entire time in service here is the particulars of the end of my contract. I believe it is ending soon, and I do not have a copy of it. And therefore, I need to come to Sword Ashfall here to find the particulars of the end of my contract so I can then return back home.
And where is home, Goliath?
It is a small island city far away named Arkid.
Any allegiance to House Rowett that I should know?
I can say with more certainty than I have said anything in my entire life that there is no allegiance to a house to anything.
Hamish. And a tiefling appears next to the throne. Yes, my lady. Fetch me the calligrapher. Of course, my lady. Disappears. And you, Drow. Why should I help you?
To be fair, there's no need if you wish not to. I'm always been doing my own to help myself. It's just what I've known to, and I've been given an opportunity to ask someone at a higher status than me in life for something, which is simply finding some person and some more information that I need in life. But if you choose not to, I will continue doing what I need to do to try and make sure I find what I need.
We all answer to someone who's got their hooks in you.
That's something I would even like to know.
Hmm. The Mage Breakers did come to my doorstep. They stood where you did, and they asked for help. I did what I could for them, of course. But they are not here now. The door behind you opens. The calligrapher enters. Do we still have House Ryix sitting in our common room? Yes, my lady. They have been waiting for days now. I'm ready to see them. You two, stand over there, and I will help you.
I do. I go.
House Ryix, sorry. The ones adorned in kind of that cultic garb, step in. They look guarded, but affronted. As they step forward. House Ryix. Why are you here? Well, we came asking for assistance with a matter out in the jungle. As you know, Lady Thorn, many of our traditions and our practices are done in those jungles. Practices that we would never share with any member who is outside our own house.
But you do not answer only to your house, do you?
No, Lady Thorn. We answer to House Thorn in all things, always. And they look down. And then kind of demurely look down and...
That's right. Even all the way out here in the middle of the ocean.
Yes, Lady Thorn.
I have two here who will be able to assist you, I think. Consider them my gift to you.
They kind of look at each other confused, and then they appraise the two of you.
The two of you will assist these House Ryx members as the Mage Breakers did when they came.
The Mage Breakers, my lady?
Yes, the Mage Breakers came here sometime asking after your strange traditions.
Well, that is none of their business.
And I told them as such. Even if I would tell them of your strange ways, I couldn't, for I know not. But they went into the jungle nonetheless. You will find your friend in that jungle. I am much curious to know what became of them. They've been gone for weeks.
Thank you, my lady.
You can show your gratitude the usual way.
Of course, my lady, thank you.
Dismissed.
And the two members of House Ryx turn and begin to walk away, looking after the two of you to come with them.
Okay.
I want to take a step forward and actually look back up to the lady and go, Lady Elstra, I mean no disrespect in this in any way. First of all, thank you for assigning me a mission in which I may be able to locate the man I came here searching for. But as a mage breaker myself, I fear it is my duty to at least let it be known that the gentleman traveling with me today is not a soldier nor a mage breaker.
I could have told you that. Look at him. He's gorgeous.
As are you.
The marbles do stop, though.
You are dismissed, Mage Breaker.
Understood.
The two of you step outside, and as the doors close behind you, one of the members of House Ryx goes,
God damn it, she's done it again.
Shh. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is... Let me check my notes.
Hello, let me check my notes. I am sick of
You did this to yourself,
I
man.
did.
Usually it's like,
Sometimes I get
hey,
caught up,
players,
man.
here's an NPC, and then we go, okay, yeah, what's his name?
I'm excited for this. This thing's gonna be golden.
I am Island Ryx, and might I introduce you to Toral Ryx? Toral nods. And who might you all be?
Hello, I'm Zito Barbera. Stick out my hand to shake.
He shakes it.
And I am Sika.
Well met to the both of you. Come, I'll explain. As he begins stepping down the steps. The obsidian steps. As the two of you exit the building, he takes a turn and starts walking through the city as a retinue of guards of House Rykes step into place behind. And quickly you find you are surrounded by about no less than 10 soldiers.
Ooh, a party.
How immediately clear is it that these are guards of House Rykes?
Judging by the bone plate mail,
Okay.
it's pretty on brand.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't think I would know anything about House Rykes.
Okay.
I basically just showed up and started punching people for 3 years.
That's fair. I would say you've seen people in dragon bone plate before, and that's about the extent of it then.
Okay.
But you know
They're-
you're speaking to some low-level gentry.
I think, depending on how quickly the guards came out, I would probably go into a defensive position.
Okay, so you get to the bottom of the stairs, and as these soldiers begin falling in line around you, what do?
Yeah, I would just step between whichever one was the first one. I would step between Island and
Sika?
what was his last
Taurus. Toral.
Oh,
Toral.
Toral and Island?
Yeah, I would step between Toral and Island, and then the first guard approaching, and then just put my fist up and go, halt.
You halt.
No, I'm
Me
Sika.
halt, you halt.
My lord, do we have a problem? At ease, you
Oh,
giant.
I understand. Apologies. I'm new here.
The two nobles kind of roll their eyes, but the guards look at you appraisingly and kind of nod.
I don't know exactly your customs. I am Zero Barbera.
You're not supposed to. He shakes your hand.
Fair enough.
We moving forward, you are given some lore, some I'm gonna exposit a little bit. This is House Rykes. When the dragons invaded from the Sunken Isle, the dragons were shit stomped because wizards are badasses, and a bunch of level 20 wizards beats a bunch of dragons. And the nobility now can derive that to their draconic steeds. You can see, and it is well known that the nobility, especially House Thorn, are dragon riders. House Rykes is in charge of raising those dragons, making sure they are, through various means that they keep very secretive into themselves, turned into proper steeds. And indeed they are. You have never heard of a dragon ever going haywire or anything like that. They're pretty dodgy about the exacts because you guys are not nobility. You don't have a dragon rider, stuff like that. So you don't get to know a lot of stuff. But they hold their traditions very secretive and very fervently. They if ever there was a house that drank its own Kool-Aid, it'd be House Rykes. They love them some dragons, and they cling to their traditions with a fervor. We have been using, this is Toral. Toral's the one that talks like this, and Island is the one who talks like this. Toral says, our rituals were interrupted. The two of us were not here. We are mostly positioned on the mainland, but we fly out here for our various rituals, many of which involve eggs. That's all I'll say about that. Dragon eggs. I'm implying that what we do here is quite important and secret, and above all, important. Island says, yes,
Understood.
thank you, Toral. we lost contact with the branch of House Ryx that was out here, out in the jungle. And when we went out to investigate, we could not find any of our people. To be clear, we could not find the buildings. We could not find the wreckage of those buildings. Indeed, in that exact location, there were old trees. Forests that seemed untouched by any man. And that's when we brought in the Magebreakers. Well, the Magebreakers brought the Magebreakers in.
From what I understand, the Magebreakers do tend to involve themselves in weird magics.
They're very
I
good
am
at
more
that.
of the bone breaky fist magic.
Maybe
It's
that's
a
the
new
kind
thing.
of Magebreaker we need then. There is an important factor that gives us some urgency. We would very much like for the Tempest Church to not get involved. And they are very much trying to be involved, and if we could find any answers before they do, you would have our thanks.
Forgive my ignorance on this, but I assume it's beyond just asking them to stay out of it.
They do have a certain claim to this island and the goings-on, as much as they refuse to do anything about the corruption within that city, for reasons I don't even
Tell me
pretend
about
to
it.
understand.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Some people want to burn the world and watch.
Some people want to make food out of the world while it's burning because it makes it a nice temperature.
One of the guards goes, looks under his breath. I like him. That's it. I'm hungry. Yes. Well, we will be staying for now. We will be heading out in the morn to see what we can drum up. You will take a few guards with you. That's all we can expend at the time. We cannot risk ourselves, of course, being of House Ryx. And if people of House Ryx are dropping dead, then we need all of our members that we can keep. You will be paid
Oh, yeah.
handsomely
Absolutely.
for this help, and hopefully you can find some answers to your own quests. What is it that brought you to this?
I had an audio
Island.
glitch. Did you say something about paying?
Yes, they
Okay,
are
okay.
they are willing to compensate,
Cool.
and then inquired as to why you were out here.
I came here in search of a man, and that search led me to the city of Pardon. If I am to understand everything correctly, then I believe his last known whereabouts were in the woods shortly after your men disappeared. He was a Magebreaker. I don't want to imply that he did anything
I see.
particularly weird with your people.
That is Lady Elsa for you. Proud of bringing people together, but waiting until the time is right. Every time.
No, your network is your net worth.
Indeed. Truer words have rarely been spoken. Well, if there is aught else you need from us, he gives you the name of the inn. And it's in one of the nicer parts of town. You can find us there, and you are welcome to stay there if you want to,
I appreciate it.
as you will be accompanying us. Until then, if there is aught else you need, don't let us detain you.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Okay. They take their leave, and you are left in the city to your own demise, to your own devices.
I take a step, just dive. Well, you lied about the signature.
I lied.
Yes. Sorry, it took a second. Yes, I got it. Cool. So I know for Sika, he's stewing on a bunch right now. Not realizing that the people he has met are looking for someone named Soren.
Vito's just gonna take a really big deep breath.
What's it smell like?
Try not to focus so much on the smell.
In the city, there is the smells of a city. You've got oil, you've got other things that you would find in a city.
Metallic brisk of building.
Urine.
Yeah. Depending on which way the wind's blowing.
Foreign foods and urine mixed gently in the air together.
And industry, leather working, and leather tanning, and the break of metal on hammer by a blacksmith, and the cries of the market. Just peopling. There is also quite a large casino district here, with many different opulences to be enjoyed.
We can go spend Barbara's money.
Let's go gambling. Ah, dang it.
Unfortunately, Sika, and I loosen up the tie and undo one button. I am still employed.
I can take your money.
No?
Okay, I had to ask. You may win something. I don't know.
Currently, the only thing I am trying to win is the end of this contract.
What if you could win it at a casino?
Oh, I have seen many soldiers try, and many soldiers return to duty.
Okay.
It's at this point a egg breaks against the back of your head, Zito. And you turn, and there's an old veteran-looking soldier. Fucking house rot! Spits. Get out of pardon! And he walks off, and he bustles away.
I have no idea who that is.
Can you throw another? I like to make breakfast.
Have a great day, sir.
Egg.
I'll take a cloth out of something and just wipe it off.
Good as new.
Let's hope this inn has comfortable beds and good food.
Now, perhaps we may need to get you into something while you're in this city a little less military. Or else, that could happen again. Or worse.
House rot is the house thorn of a foreign country, on the other side of the continent. But it is mostly Goliaths and half orcs and not dwarves. Humans, a lot of humans, but primarily Goliaths and half orcs that came down, banded together from the mountains, and drove the people of House Toil out of their farmlands and took it for themselves. The only reason they didn't continue to absolutely obliterate House Toil is they decided to go north and fuck with the elves, and nobody fucks with the elves.
So a change of outfit wouldn't matter.
Sometimes you see those old men in their former uniforms and insignias, and you just kind of have to understand they might have a bit of prejudice inside of them. And the only hope that you have is that many times they die young.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to die young or die around when you're young.
Anyway, I have no idea who House Rot is, but if I take another egg to the back of the head, I will make myself personally known to them. Let's go find some
By
seeds.
making them breakfast.
You'll scramble them.
Yes.
All we'll just need is some
Many-
bacon. Will be great.
Well, we've got a little bit of time left in our episode. Is there anything you'd like to do in the City of Pardon?
One thing that I know Sika wants to do is try and find an arcane location strong in the area. It's kind of like how he was with Hawthorne. Something where he can like look to buy stuff, even though he can't buy, but just peruse and see.
okay.
He knows.
After asking around a little bit, you learn of a shop known as Whitwary.
Whitwary. Why does that sound familiar?
Don't worry about it.
That's familiar. That sounds familiar.
Because it sounds like the main character from Transformers. Weary.
I hate that. Thanks. I hate that. Yeah, in the summer series, I had a character named Adeline Whitwary, and in the other summer series, I had a character named something Whitwary instead of. I had a Whitwary and a Whitwary.
I like it. It's a good name. Solid.
Thanks.
So you
Ruined
said,
now.
yeah. See, I knew it.
Last season's Terraform, Colleen Whitwary.
Ah, yes.
Oh, was that the wizard lady?
That was
No,
the
that was
spy
a-
lady.
The person you put into the.
Oh, yes. Ooh, I wonder if she's still in there.
I know where she is.
Yes, God.
You want to make your way towards this magical shop?
Yes, please.
All right, welcome to Whitwary. You step around a corner, and a kind of, soft serve ice cream where it's a little spiral and then a little boop. The building looks like that. It's one story. It's kind of wide and it swirls. All the bricks are kind of staggered on each level of brick so that it kind of swirls. And it has a little.
It's a twisty treat.
Yeah, a little twisty on top.
This makes me happy.
Oh, good.
Twisty Treat is an ice cream chain that their buildings look like.
Oh.
The
Oh,
soft
really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, as you step in, there is a definite temperature change where it went from kind of humid jungle to slightly cool air, no humidity whatsoever as you step into this, and you hear a little arcane tingle 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 as you step through the door, and
love
a cat kind of looks at you on a floating little magical purple cushion and kind
And I'm going to talk back to it in cat.
of roll animal handling.
I'll talk back to it in cat.
I meow at the cat. I was like, you're not a furbolg. What are you talking about? Oh, you're gonna meow at the cat.
19.
19. The cushion seems to be under the control of the cat as it floats over to you and accepts pets.
Yay! He's just gonna be excited. He said the proper head scritches to change scritches, but no belly scritches unless it's presented.
It is not presented, and it is thoroughly enjoying the behind the ears, of which it's an all black cat except for one like tan sand colored ear.
Mm.
And
That's cute.
and it accepts your scritches.
Aren't you a gorgeous kitty? Oh my god.
The walls are adorned with various arcane artifacts, and you can see that they are under these well lit protective bubbles that you can see through, and the back wall is just a rack of potions. As a young-ish well, we're gonna say young. I would say about midlife woman.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of goes, "Welcome to Whitweary. How may I help you?"
First things first. Absolutely love everything about your building.
Oh, thank you.
It is gorgeous, and your temperature in here.
Oh,
I
I
could live in it.
know. I
I could live in
know.
May I ask what your cat's name is? I'm sorry, I kind of fell in love.
Oh, her name is Colleen.
Her name's Colleen.
Colleen. Colleen
Interesting.
the cat.
Colleen the cat.
My name, and she holds her hand
Sorry, in your
out,
name. Yes, in your name.
is Amethyst.
I think
Amethyst?
it's cute.
Amethyst.
I reach my hand over to take it and just like, yes. I am Sika.
Sika.
Ooh,
And you,
pizzazz.
big man? Oh, so serious.
Oh. I didn't realize that I came with Sika.
Oh, I apologize. Would you have liked to go elsewhere?
I hate the city of Pardon.
Okay. And so you
I would like
have-
to go to the inn.
Okay. Then we'll do
Okay.
that in a second. Sika,
I'll be
you are
swift.
alone.
I am alone. Okay, that changes how I want to approach things. I'll be like, I may be wasting your time, but I've never been to this city. But I was told that you have wonderful, wonderful, magical everythings in
Of
here.
course, I'm a witch.
Fantastic. I'm just curious what you have, or if there's things that you need and stuff of that sort. When it comes to just making sure someone can be a little bit better in the arcane.
Are you looking to pick a fight out there, or are you looking for protection? What is it? Help me out here. What are you looking for specifically? I myself am known to take the odd thing off of adventurers such as yourself.
Right now, I'm looking for a form of protection, but I'm also looking to expand my knowledge.
Knowledge? Knowledge about what?
I kind of want to get more into and then Sika just pulls on his words a bit because he's just getting too eager, but he knows if he talks about certain types of magics, it gets him rough. I'm really interested in stuff people don't like.
Well, you've certainly come to the right city. If you're looking for contraband and the things like that, of that nature. All sorts of things are known to find their ways in and out of this beautiful city of Pardon.
One of the key things why I came.
If you're looking for someone to teach you arcane arts, I'm afraid I don't have that kind of time.
Of course, not that's something I was looking for. Just more like I'm trying to understand. Well, first to the point that you asked me originally, if it was a form of item to carry or to use, it would be a form of protection that I can use rather than something that. But for the knowledge base, I'm trying to understand more on empowerment in that sense, with the chance of creating change.
Let me take a look around. But you're being very vague about the knowledge you seek. I understand it's likely scandalous.
Forgive me, but comes to it's just in the years I've been around, when a loose lip happens.
Well, I won't judge you if you're looking to augment things.
No, I'm quite happy.
I bet you are. She slides over a small glass and pours some pink liquid into it before laying out a few interesting items on the counter between the two of you.
This one here allows you to tap into... It's not so much protection as it is insurance when you are attacked, successfully attacked. It will reprimand the attacker. This here is a spell scroll of Wall of Force, if you know anything about that. Good. Here we have a shield that was rather well made. There's a few protections in it against things like fire. And it will also do a better job protecting you than any normal shield you might find. And lastly, we have this hood. This cloak will help you be stealthy, so you never have confrontation to begin with.
Interesting. All those are actually quite useful.
And frankly, quite expensive.
You know, I wouldn't have put it past considering what you've explained them as. This first object.
Never assume that your pocket to be small.
When it comes to the first item that you described, may I ask more about like what it is?
This is known as Hiccup.
Hiccup?
Hiccup, yes. Someone who strikes you, you may use your reaction to try to stun them. It doesn't usually work, but when it does pop off, it's incredibly useful.
Oh, I can only imagine. Being able to get someone back after they do something to you is something I really connect with.
Indeed, as she idly pets the cat.
And I'm assuming, just by how you describe the hood, it makes one either invisible.
It's not so powerful as that, but it helps you a little bit in your stealth.
Okay. I'm not trying to waste your time, but how much would
Dearie, I've been bored all day, and you are so interesting.
Ooh.
Have another drink.
Thank you. Sure. What is it?
It's like a rose wine.
Okay, cool. So I'm not being like poison.
No.
Okay. You know, the glowing hair may make someone in the witchcraft want to like cut off my head. So I'll of course take a drink.
Oh, hold on to something. And an earthquake slowly rolls its way through the town.
Oh. Strong?
Strong enough that she has to reach out with her mind and catch something that started to fall over.
Okay, so it's like the thing.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
not enough to
Cool.
level the city or anything like that, but
Okay.
these happen. Just write it out.
I haven't felt an earthquake in a long time. What?
They're not terribly infrequent here.
When did they start?
Oh, they've simply been around. They were here before the city was.
Interesting. I'll make sure to try and keep that in mind.
Don't you worry about the volcano, though. Come to understand, the clerics keep a very careful eye on it.
Well, that's good to keep my mind feel safe. Now about this, I can't remember what you said the object was, but the hiccup. How much is it, or what can someone do for it?
Well, I'm not opposed to a trade if it's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And there are lots of terrifying things you can find out in the jungle that I would be willing to part with. Very rare. Draconic. What's the word? What's the thing that goes... Spell components. Very rare draconic components that can alter spells.
Ooh, I've heard of that before. I heard someone once talking about how dragon scales can change how certain things work.
Indeed, certain dragon scales, if used by someone who knows what they're doing,
Unfortunately, I'm not one of those.
bypass certain arcane magical teleportive traps. There
You are
many,
cunning
many.
and brilliant.
You're right.
I know when I see one.
You are a piece. What brought you to the city of Pardon?
I came with some friends, and they're in search of someone, and I came here searching for knowledge and information in certain areas.
You came a long way to ask questions.
Should see how far I've actually traveled.
Oh, my dear. And a chair is conjured.
May I sit?
I insist. As she, without in the standing position, just kind of picks her knees up and is now sitting like one leg over the other in the air.
I like that. I feel you know quite a bit, especially with witchcraft. If you were to help me with procuring this hiccup, what type of draconic thing would you need to grab from the jungle? I am apparently supposed to be going there sometime soon.
Oh. Kismet. Well, I hate to be vague, but impress me. I would not part with my hiccup for anything so small as a singular dragon scale or a bit of bone. I can easily get my hands on that on its own. But there are strange things out there in those woods. Powerful things. Impress me. Or 350 gold will suffice.
Pennies. I will. He's like trying to gulp at the fact that he just has so much money. I'll hold you to that. I'm one that actually looks for greater detail than what's on the surface. So if I find you something, I'll be sure to bring it back.
Indeed. Your tattoo is beautiful, by the way. Is it arcane in nature?
Oh, it does influence a little bit. Yes, it does have its own properties, and one that's connected to a soul.
I would love to hear more about that sometime.
I'd be more than happy to, depending on how we come to our agreement later on.
And this developing friendship and patronage between the two of us, if it continues to grow, I might be able to recommend a couple of friends to you who deal in such arcane tattoos. Might be able to make an improvement upon it.
He bows his head. I appreciate you and your hospitality in this endeavor.
Then I believe my hook is in you.
It was from the very moment I walked through the door.
Oh. I hope you
Thank
have
you.
a phenomenal rest of your day, dear.
As to you. And please, all the love to your precious Colleen.
Of course, all the love. She is chaotic. You know cats.
Absolutely. I have a big one waiting for me at the end.
Oh, don't be a stranger.
Absolutely.
And watch your step out there.
Will do.
You step back out and you look back, and like a screw, the building goes to floor level, so it's just the roof sticking out, and a little sign pops out and says closed.
Interesting. Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh my god.
Thank you.
I'm just like,
I love my magic shops. I try to make them all different and unique.
I'm going to make my way back to the inn. I truly have no other intentions unless there is a library of some sort, but I'm more focused on getting back to the inn to move forward.
Zito!
You are heading to the upper crust, as it were, to turn in for the night because you are done with this corrupt city already. You're already over it, and you're in the middle of a huff when there's a slight bump. Almost imperceptible, but you're a soldier. You are used to knowing when something's off. And you look down and you look and you see a small person dipping out of sight with your purse. And the last thing you see is, as you look as the person is disappearing, is a middle finger.
Well, now that can't go without correction. I'm going to sprint after them.
Okay. You burst into action and you round that corner and it's a dead end. Make a perception check.
12.
What was that? Oh, 12? There's no one in this alleyway. And then you see the brief shadow and you look up and you see a foot disappearing on the rooftop. And again, the last thing you see is someone giving you the bird.
How high are the roofs?
You've got about a good 15 feet.
Well, I'm 7.5 feet tall.
Okay.
And I'd trust my athletics.
It would be acrobatics.
To do a standing jump?
Oh. Yeah, okay, athletics.
That was an 8.
You're already stretched and ready for the day, as you usually are, because for people who wake up at 6 a.m. And you go into a crouch to launch yourself up, and the back of your pant legs, where the calves are, tear as you flex your calves, and that little moment allows you to jump up and you don't grab onto anything, and you're like, and you look down and the back of your pant legs are ripped from your massive calves.
Unfortunate.
How much money did you lose?
I'll see if... Huh?
How much money was in the purse?
Oh. 13 gold, 69 silver, 980 copper.
It's not nothing.
I think it was like all of the money our entire party had.
Oh, that was the party loot?
Yeah. Which is why I specifically instructed everyone to keep all of their stuff in their front pockets and hold onto their bags in their front so that pickpockets couldn't actually do anything about it. But I didn't want to be that guy when you said stuff got stolen from me.
I did roll for it against your passive perception. He's being such a good player. He doesn't like how I did that, but he's not whining about it. I'll give you inspiration.
Does it carry over to the next episode?
Yeah, DM inspos can carry over, but chat bot inspos get used up on the episode.
Well, at least my room is paid for.
What do you do?
Well, I think I would immediately just try to run out into the street to see if I could see this person like running on the roofs.
Okay, make a perception check.
Now I'm rolling well. 22.
No, I'm rolling poorly. I rolled a nat 1. You watch as this street urchin leaps from building to another building, foot slips on a loose shingle, and falls, cracks their head on the cobblestones, and is not getting up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to this urchin.
You run over to this corpse.
Oh, he's dead.
He cracked his head over these fucking posts.
Small pool of blood starting to form, and other people are like, "Oh my god!" Reacting. There's one individual who looks like he was pedaling, goes, "Someone call the guards!"
Yeah, please, guards, medics, whatever you guys have in the city. The boy just fell from the roofs. I'm also gonna make sure I get my coin purse back.
Are you looting that corpse?
Well, he stole from me, which is why I was chasing him, and then he slipped, and now I have my money back, and unfortunately, I do not have the medical abilities to save the child.
So you killed this kid?
I believe gravity killed the child.
Roll
And I am
persuasion
not
or
pleased
intimidation.
about it.
Ah, intimidation.
You'd think a barbarian would actually be good at this skill. Nope, that's a 5 on intimidation.
You look at the antagonist, and it appears to be a slightly older street urchin. Maybe 18, but still very much in rags. He knows what he's doing.
Okay. Then I'll go. You'll make sure his body is taken care of.
Will
And
I, big man?
This trick would only work on someone who hasn't been you before.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
One day, you'll know. Truly, I hope. Things aren't always bad.
You hear the tromp of guards. Make way! Make way! And he goes, and he steps into an alleyway and disappears. The guards go, "Fuck. What happened?"
The boy stole my purse and fell off a roof while making his escape.
I wish
You
it
have
was
any-
uncommon. And he's gonna pick up the corpse.
I take it you don't have any healers.
We do. And he's gonna turn and walk away.
Will you heal the boy?
One of the other guards, who is kind of in the back of the group, goes, "What's the point?"
What do you mean, what is the point?
He's just gonna steal more later.
It's a life. You have the opportunity to save a child,
It's expensive.
and you are actively choosing expensive.
You don't
How
let
much
you
is
take it up
your
with
life worth?
with the captain of the guard. My life? It's a lot to me. I like to keep it that way. And he's gonna turn and start walking away. Welcome to
Where's
Pardon.
the captain?
If you want to come with us to the barracks, you're welcome to tag along.
I think I will.
And that's where we're gonna leave it for the night. Yeah!
I was so hoping he made the jump to call him a big cat in the shop.
I will fix this town.
I can fix him, I swear!
Chat, thank you so much for being here. Don't go anywhere just yet. We've got a raid in the pocket to send out. But for now, I am Sir Feffers, the humble dungeon master at the long shot table, and we are streaming 3 weekly streamed campaigns here on the Twitch, and you can get caught up with those on the YouTube if you would like. Please just head on over there and hit that follow button or subscribe button or whatever the fuck. And yeah, we just hit partner over there, so whatever you do, watch. If you see any ads, watch them through. Money in the pocket, it keeps the stream going. And yeah, I think that's it for me as far as announcements go. Heinefall coming up. You've seen the ads. I think that's it for now. Sika, Shane.
Hi everyone, my name is Shane and Sika, and I play Sika inside of this wonderful Terraform. He is the bard of College of the Road. So, wonderful episode tonight. Great things. Got to learn a lot of stuff, which is super important for what Sika's purpose is, which I understand has not been fully noted yet inside of this. He's just been tagging along. But a name has been mentioned. Which, for the whole time, no one's ever said, the man we're looking for is named this, Sika. And so, Soren, you will see on hopefully maybe next week or the week after.
That's the plan.
is going to have something happen. But as he has been, Sika is looking for arcane knowledge to expand his understandings of how certain things work. And it's going to be interesting to see how I try and get them there with no money. And so
I mean, Zito did get the money back.
Oh, Sika didn't put any money inside the bag. He has none.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. That's more so what I meant, is that just no one else has money in this party.
Sika, over the next bit is going to be pondering truly who these people are, and trying to make sure that he is ready is all I'm going to say. Ben. You can find me everywhere on the internet, by the way, or whatever Ben says.
We should swap outros at some point where we introduce each other. That actually is a great idea.
He's ridiculous. Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. Thank you guys for watching. I am playing Zito Barbera, and I will fix this corrupt city.
Good luck.
If Batman can do it to Gotham, then I can do it to Arkham.
Hey, he hasn't done it. He's still running around beating up muggers and stuff.
Right. Well, better to try than to not. Whatever they say, I don't know. There's a part of Zito that's like, we got to see it so briefly at the beginning of this episode, where Zito was like happy and carefree, and apparently chat said I sounded like Zap Brannigan from Futurama while doing that. What he's wearing is like just his dress uniform, and he has to talk to higher ups and like nobility. It's all very stuffy. You gotta be. You say the wrong thing to the wrong person, suddenly that your officer's got to write you up and give you 3 Article 15s, and you lose money, and it's just not fun. So it's a lot easier just to say only the words you need to say and dress the way you're supposed to. Hopefully soon we get to be out in the woods where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The jungle.
That'll be fun.
That'll be cool.
Who knows where Rob and Ashfall went, you know?
Fun fact, I've never done jungle. I've never done a jungle biome. This will be my first jungle.
Ooh,
I've done forests and stuff like that. I've never done like proper thick jungle.
I'm excited to see what happens with it. Until I'm not.
Be human.
Anyone win bingo? Let me know. For now, Ben, was that everything?
Oh, I'm on tour. Come see me on tour.
Hell yeah. You can find the dates on the website.
Yeah, my website, benbrainerd.com.
Excellent.
Does anyone want to do Taylor's outro for Taylor?
Yes. Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy, and
The Empress of Heinefall.
The Empress, the mastermind of Heinefall. If you didn't know, there are tickets still available. And Taylor is a phenomenal creator, and you should definitely go check out Heinefall, go check out their content. Nothing but good things to say about Taylor. Good soup. Been with the long shot table for like 5 years now. So
Nice.
yeah, one of the veterans of the long shot table. For now, everyone pile into this raid. We're going to kick it
Dice.
with.
Dice.
I did that at the beginning. But
Okay,
if you're
cool.
interested in dice, 10% off using the code LONGSHOT by Modern Artifice. Phenomenal creator. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Everyone pile into this raid. We're going to kick it with Offbeat Outlaw and have a phenomenal rest of your evening. I'll see you Thursday for Windfall.
Bye.
Toodle.